Oh, man. Quite simply, God gaming. I got a shit ton of water, shit ton of coffee. We're ready to go. No, we gotta stay hydrated out here. What's up, Malum? How you doing, man? I know, man. Definitely one of the greatest credit songs in any Silent Hill game. Yeah. The fact that they just lifted the majority of their music from Silent Hill 1 through 3. I think they even used some from 4, if I remember right. They probably did. Finally got a brand new windscreen on the 7B, so it doesn't look so fucking crusty anymore, dude. Well, yeah, so this video is pretty much like stagnated as far as views, which is fine. So for a first video, a first real legitimate video, we're around 17k views. I cannot complain whatsoever, dude. I didn't even expect it to get 1,000 views. Not even 1,000, not even 500. So I feel like this is a great start. I'm almost at 200 subs now too on YouTube. So the next video I make, I've already decided it is going to be Konami's Month of Madness from 2012. That's going to be the next video. I've already reached out to, and I'm not going to say who because I'm not trying to like name drop, but I've already reached out to a pretty large content creator, and I've gotten permission to use a clip or two from one of their videos. So yeah, like they gave me their full blessing. They're like, use whatever you want, no problems. So I've already got that ready to go. And yeah, the video title is going to be something about how Konami managed to kill Silent Hill for 10 years in 3 short weeks, or, you know, how March 2012 killed Silent Hill for 10 years or something like that. That's what it's going to be called. Or just the disastrous month of madness, something like that. You know, it's going to be something along those lines. Let me grab some tissues, you guys. Give me just a sec. My nose is, of course, as soon as I sit down, my nose has been fine all day. And then when I sit down and I need to be able to speak, my nose starts acting up. You gotta love it. Fucking allergies. Yeah, I'm excited to work on it, dude. Like, I don't think I've ever had so much enjoyment out of working on videos here lately. And that was before the first one even got released. It was just a blast. Okay, I got my damn nose excavated. I can actually speak now. Whew. But yeah, the thing that's honestly most important to me is the conversations. Like, dude, this comment section is exactly the type of comment section that I've wanted for so many years, where it's not like people just bickering about the content. They're not like roasting me for having a shit video. They're all just talking amongst themselves about Silent Hill and having like these great productive conversations about it. Like, that's awesome. It's just really cool to see that. Like, there's almost 300 fucking comments, and all of them are just people having like, you know, good takes and going back and forth and being respectful. It's crazy. I mean, just look at this, dude. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Like, I pinned this one, and look at all this great conversation. Well said. There's a huge divide between those that, like, just the fact that it's so respectful between people, man. This is the type of comment section I've wanted for years. And I didn't want to, like, jump in on these. I just wanted to kind of let people discuss amongst themselves. All I said was couldn't agree more. That's it. I just wanted to keep it really simple and then stay out of people's way. Like, I said my piece in the video. They get the comment section, you know? But yeah, it's been weird, I tell you. You know, I just cannot believe that a literal nobody channel with a literal nobody video did so well. So, you know, it's definitely good motivation, and the bones of the next video are already set up, and I think it's gonna be so much better. Like, I have so many funnier ideas for editing, and like the gears are turning at 100 miles an hour, dude. I'm ready for this next video. Is gonna be a fucking banger. I already know it. Yeah, and it seems to be older Silent Hill fans that feel the same way as me and you. Younger ones are very optimistic, and they think that, you know, we should all just be excited and hyped because there's new stuff coming out. But like, a lot of people in the comment section have said, it's okay to let the shit die. Like, that's what I said in the video. It's okay to let good things die, dude. Like, we don't have to keep getting new things, especially when they just lose value every time, you know? Somebody said that here. Sometimes dead is better. Yeah, it's like, dude, Capcom succeeds because they have an internal team of extraordinarily talented people that understand these games backwards and front, and they're able to put out a remake that's actually competent. It's a little bit different when Konami is just outsourcing things, you know? Tom Hewlett can absolutely kick bricks and go to hell. He poured so much gas on the fire with his attitude and blog posts. I made Born from a Wish playable. Girl, bye. Dude, like, I haven't even got a chance to sit down and read every one of these. Wait, guess I haven't been in the Sonic fan base before? What's this? Community, or any community online for that matter, that has so much infighting. Oh. This guy said that he thinks I've never been in the Sonic community, so there's a bunch of infighting in the Sonic community whenever a new game gets announced. I didn't know that. Regarding Bloober's done with horror games, I think they might mean walking simulator horror games without combat. Yeah, I would love to eat crow too. Like, I'd love to be wrong about this. The best case scenario is Silent Hill 2 Remake comes out and it's genuinely like an excellent game, a great translation of this just beautifully crafted psychological horror game, and somehow they pull it off. Can you imagine? Dude, Bloober's reputation would do a complete 180 overnight if they end up actually knocking this out of the park. And I think they know that too. I think they know that their reputation as a team is riding on this. What a tough project to pick up though. Holy shit. Yeah, let's just remake one of the most notoriously difficult to remake games ever. Jesus, man. Sonic fan base has always been a weird one though. Like, we all know the mechanics have sucked for decades now. We should embrace that suckiness too. Yeah, I mean, I do see a lot of arguing in the comment section of Sonic, like new Sonic games when they get announced. Like, I specifically remember Sonic Boom being a big deal because, you know, people were complaining that they were marketing it toward kids again. And they were having like very childish jokes in the trailer and stuff. But it's like, man, what do you expect Sega to do? Like, that was their market in the 90s. Just because we're older now doesn't mean that they shouldn't continue doing that. But yeah, dude, apparently a lot of people on YouTube hate the subreddit just like I do. Well, I don't hate the subreddit. I hate the general negativity and like hatred that's spewed toward anybody that's critical of Konami on there. That's what I dislike. I mean, look at this. Like, there's a lot of scathing comments. Silent Hill fans, not all, but a lot, especially on Reddit, are these weird group of elitist morons that, as the video says, will loose their collective shit over absolutely nothing. And like, these comments mean a ton, dude. They really do. Really well made. Love the video. Hope your channel will grow significantly in the near future. You deserve it. Like, these comments are so great to see, dude. Because like, you make something like, look at this. Damn, only 115 sub. I thought you had like 30K or something. You got my follow. Like, dude, it just can't be understated how great it feels to put your time into something and like see these great results. I'm sorry to keep harping about it, but I don't know, man. It's just weird. And the thing that sucks the most is I feel like I've been channeling my energy in the wrong direction, being live so frequently and doing these like 20-day straight streaming challenges and 30 days straight of streaming in 2 weeks. And it's like I should have been focused on just putting out great content, and everything else, you can grow that by proxy, you know? Like, if you focus on great content first, you can worry about other things later. But, you know, I'm laser focused on it now. So that's the thing. I'm going to try to put out a video a week for the next few months. Try to put out a video every Saturday or Sunday for the next few months if I can. And I think we'll be in good shape. Silent Hill is its own rabbit hole, though. There's a genuine layer of depth that seldom ever gets uncovered by the gaming community. It's like saying that Crime and Punishment was just a book about murder. Yeah. And, you know, somebody else noticed on here that what I noticed, which is it seems like nobody even talks about Silent Hill 1, 3, or 4. Like, literally, the 90% of the conversation and discourse about Silent Hill in general is just about 2. So I think all these, oh, the cult is boring type people, I just don't think they've played 1, 3, or 4. I really don't. Especially 1. 1 seems to be one that people have a ton of trouble going back to because it's PS1 and, you know, the controls are a bit clunky and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree with this too. Actually, how about this? This remake trend needs to stop. Enough is enough. Give us something new. Not wrong. Headcanons ruined fandom. The problem with the criticism is it's not constructive. It's nonsense like Konami sucks or Bloober sucks or you can't remake this game. Daddy chill from that. What the hell is even that? I feel like people would be more willing to let the series die if Konami would just release all the games online in some way, aside from emulation. I also have thought about making a video responding to people's comments. Like, if I did it on camera, I feel like it would be a little bit more meaningful than just responding to comments, you know? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell Ashley was inspired, like her design was inspired by Heather in the remake. But yeah, I would like to make just a quick, you know, 6-7 minute long video responding to people's comments about this. I feel like that would be a cool one too. I don't necessarily have to be like this on camera, but I could do, you know, just like another compilation where I snip their comments and I put them in the video and respond. It's only Ash in the movie, dumbasses. Holy shit. I miss the days long before social media, the 1990s, just me playing a game that I enjoyed, and that was it. No fan fiction, no headcanon, no wiki, no media boards of any kind. Somewhat. The forum days did have a certain air to them. It was between connected and not stuck online terminally, not for most at least. Damn, I'm a day one Silent Hill fan, but I'm not going to be out here arguing with the creator about his creations. It's funny that a game that is about mental issues are plagued by toxic fans with mental issues. Oh my god. Holy shit. These people, dude. People are going in on the comments. Holy shit. Like seriously, dude. Gilbert is a real one for this. Why the fuck does this 66 sub channel have such a good high effort video? Probably because YouTube only pushes popular content. It's very hard growing a channel. And then he said his ass getting another sub, man, this is some gourmet shit. Gilbert is a real one for that one, dude. The audacity of trying to correct the guy who worked on the game. So because someone works on a game, that means they know. Absolutely, yes, that does mean they know best. What the hell? If they made the decisions of how it's supposed to be and why, of course it fucking does. He was one of the heads of the project. Actually, yes, you just described the process of how Silent Hill was created almost perfectly. Imagine telling Stephen King what it is about after only watching the movie. You see what I mean? Like, there's so much great conversation in here. Like, this is unbelievable, dude. This is gonna sound cliche as fuck, but in a way, like, I don't even believe that this is a comment section on a video I made. You know what I mean? Like, I just never thought that this type of thing would happen on a video that I made. So, you know, it's not about the views. It's not about fuck the growth and fuck the views. It's not about that. That's what it's about. Like, that type of conversation in the comments. That's what it's about. My channel's not even monetized. I'm nowhere near being able to monetize my channel. It is not about that. The growth is awesome and I appreciate the shit out of it, but it's like, this is what really means a lot to me, is having this discourse going on. Butter dog, the dog with the butter. Butter dog, I put the butter on him. I've seen that meme before. What's up, by the way, Streaming Fist? To be fair though, Stephen King is cringe about his own work at times. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with any creator about their own work. That's just deranged, you know, that's just unhinged. I feel really sorry for Ito. He gets swamped with messages and tweets from deranged Silent Hill fans every day. I don't know if you know about this, Streaming Fist. You probably do. I made a YouTube video about the state of the Silent Hill community right now. And it, in my opinion, I feel like it did really well. It got like 18K views and I did like triple my sub count, but that's not even the point. The point is, like, there's all these comments of people they're just having great conversation down here. And one of my main points of the video is people keep arguing with one of the main developers of Silent Hill about what's true in his game that he made. Like, actually trying to lecture him about what things are supposed to mean when he created the shit. And that's what people are talking about in the comment section here. Oh yeah, I think Sato would just ignore it, honestly, because he knows, like, he's probably the guy who has the most involvement in what you actually see in the final product on screen. So he probably wouldn't respond at all. He'd probably just ignore the shit, if we're being honest. And he's just a much more mellow guy in his interviews and stuff. Ito just gets annoyed by misinformation being spread around. You are wrong and will not be right. He is right, to be fair. Like, what the hell? What are you on about, Christian? Core memory unlocked. I definitely remember there being a guy on the wiki who vehemently believed that SH4 was about circumcision. Yeah, mine's not necessarily just about Silent Hill 2. It's just about the way that the community is like very toxic toward each other, and also even toward developers when they're active on social media. It's just a really bizarre like dynamic going on, you know? Give me just a sec. I'm gonna turn my cold air on. It's hot as fuck in here. No, you can definitely do it with this. Like, the Adobe Premiere is actually such a great editing software. It's tough at first to get used to because there's just so many, like, with any pro level software, there's so much ability to like tweak and fine tune and edit. And I was a little bit intimidated by that at first because I was like, I don't know what a lot of these terms mean. Like, I don't know what a ripple edit is. I don't know what adding Gaussian blur to a scene is, like that type of stuff, but it all worked out. You know, some basic ass tutorials on YouTube, and I was able to put a 15-minute video together pretty easily. And I learned a ton in the process, so I've got it ready for next time. Yeah, and people forget, even Guy Seehee was like that, you know? When everybody was hounding him, like, why are you not redoing the voices, and why did you not just work with Konami to let them use your voice again? And he was like, guys, they stole my voice. Like, they stole my voice for Silent Hill 2 on PC and on Xbox. They only paid him for the PS2 version. They didn't even pay them for the Xbox or the PC re-releases that came after. They didn't even pay them for the Greatest Hits edition, which they were also supposed to pay them for. So they stole their voices, dude. They stole those performances and they did not compensate them. That's why he didn't want to work with them, and I can understand that. He understands his fucking rights. He didn't just want to like give away his performance 3 times, and they basically just came to him with a form that said, hey, will you just approve the fact that we stole money from you? Thumbs up, let's go. And if you don't do it, you're screwing over the fan base, you know? Fuck that. But even in the midst of all that, and how unprofessionally they were treating him, he still came out and said, I respect the new actors, they are competent professionals. And he had nothing but nice things to say about them. He's like, they're competent professionals, and I have no doubt that they'll do well. Yeah, exactly. He didn't have any issue at all with the re-recording. His only issue was literally the fact that they admitted to stealing, like the fact that they even came to him with a waiver release, that once he signs it, admits that he's okay with not being compensated for past releases of the game. Like, he knew what that meant. He's like, why are they even bringing this form to me? Why do I need to sign this before they can re-release the game with my voice in it? And he looked into it, and lo and behold, the game had been re-released. He didn't even know that there was he's not a gamer. He doesn't play games. He didn't even know that there was an Xbox there were technically 3 re-releases. PS2 Greatest Hits, Xbox Original, and Platinum Hits Xbox Original, Restless Dreams. But then there was the PC Director's Cut. So you could say there's 4. You could say there were 4 entire, 4 entire re-releases of the same game. None of which the actors were paid for. They were paid for that original PS2 version, flat rate, period, end of story. Never saw another penny after that. And that's just shit business. I understand that it was like the year 2000 and 2001 that they were probably paid for their performances, but still, you just can't do that. And of course, Konami wasn't willing to admit any fault in that. They actually had their people actively insulting Guy Seehee and going to different conventions and being like, you can blame this guy for the reason why we don't have the original voices. It's all his fault. You know? Alright, sorry about that. Had to blow my nose really quick. This goes back to what you said. It's okay if a corporation decides to let something die. People act like artists should forego their rights so that a corporation would be merciful enough to continue a franchise. Yeah, it's like, why do we need more Silent Hill? Fuck's sake, we have like the entire arc of Silent Hill has already happened. Like, we had the first 4 games, things were slowly going up. 3, in my opinion, is when it peaked. And then 4, it started to dip a little bit because there were some quality issues with 4, like gameplay wise and stuff. And then they just started to drop off precipitously. Like, we've already had the rising action, we had the climax, we've had the falling action, we've had the denouement and shit. It's like, why do we need more? We already watched the train wreck happen live. From 2006 to 2012, we saw a train wreck happening. Why do we need like a whole epilogue about this train wreck? You know what I mean? And, you know, speaking of that, I could just call the video 2006 to 2012, the dark era of Silent Hill. Like, I could either call it that or just focus on the month of madness. It doesn't really matter to me, but, yeah, I feel like if I were to go through all 2006 to 2012, that would be a really hard video to make. It would just be really long is what it would be. And that's fine if they want to remake the games, but for Christ's sake, make the actual original games available for a modern generation without fucking them up. Yeah, like they still, do you realize they still push the HD collection? They still want people to buy that shit. Like, if you go on the Xbox Series X store and the PlayStation 5 store, they are still selling the HD collection for $10. Like, you gotta be shitting me, dude. The fact that they're still trying to sell that tripe. And I've seen comments on the subreddit of people saying, it's really not that bad. People need to stop complaining. It's like, no, bro, they never fucking fixed it. It's still bad. What are you on about? Especially Silent Hill 3, that shit is borderline unplayable. And not just because the voice acting is dog shit and it has like anime dub actors in it. You know, like that's just not true and it's never gonna be true. It's dog shit, plain and simple. Oh yeah, Sick Boy told me I should start making community posts whenever I go live on Twitch. So I'm gonna start doing it. Oh. I've seen comments about Silent Hill 2 and 3 being they're not that great as fans say they are based on their sole experience with the HD collection. That's exactly what we were concerned about when they came out as well. Like whenever these games were coming out and being made, the number one concern people had, and even Ito said at the time, like the first he said famously actually, because a lot of people quoted him saying this, the first impression is the most lasting. That's what he said. Of course, his first language is not English, so it's a little bit of a weird way to say it, but the first impression is the most lasting. And if your first impression is the HD collection, the first thing you're going to jump to is what the hell is so special about these games. They're not that good. Try this onion Dorito ice cream. It's really not that bad. True. Very, very true. Yeah, nothing is that bad with the right perspective. That doesn't mean I want to fucking eat it, you know? It does not mean I want to eat it. You know what I've also thought about doing? I've also genuinely thought about doing Let's Play style YouTube videos. I don't know if I should, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like they could be fun to watch, you know? But I feel like if I'm already going to be live, that interaction not being there is going to be weird. Hey, a wild zero just ran in here. Hey, buddy. Guys, we have a visitor. Hey, it's Zero. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, baby? Oh, he's squirming. How you doing, buddy? Want to say hello? He just bolted in here. He likes to scratch up those foam panels behind me. How you doing, buddy? Good boy. Huh? What? Want to speak again? Want to say hello? Do you hear that little chirp out of him? Want to say hello? All right, go back to mommy. Can you bring me that lint roller? It's in the kitchen. Squirmy boy, holy shit. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's like 11 or 12 pounds now. He's huge. Gotta be fully grown. We adopted him when he was like 7-8 weeks. Actually, I don't even need the lint roller. He didn't get anything on me. So don't worry about that. That's surprising, dude. That's the first time I've ever like held him and he didn't absolutely coat my shirt in hair, so. But yeah. I can't let him in here when I'm streaming because, like I said, he likes to scratch up the panels. Like, the one directly behind me has big chunks missing out of it because of him. But that's a very good boy. Oh, wait, before you say anything else. Was he buying Milky Ways? Did he talk about electrical infederence? And did he interrupt you by saying, huh, like what you're doing now? Did any of these three things occur? Yeah, I know about the Flying Lotus copy pasta. Don't think I don't. Did he pretend to be tired and not hear you when you were talking to him? No, I've just seen that before. I've seen that Flying Lotus copy pasta. I originally saw it about Keanu Reeves. I saw Flying Lotus. Yeah, so there's this hilarious copy pasta where you can just insert any famous person's name. I saw Flying Lotus at a grocery store in Los Angeles yesterday. I told him how cool it was to meet him in person, but I didn't want to be a douche and bother him and ask him for photos. He said, oh, like you're doing now? I was taken aback, and all I could say was, huh? But he kept cutting me off and going, huh, 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 and closing his hand shut in front of my face. It's a story. It's a stupid story. I walked away and continued with my shopping, and I heard him chuckle as I walked off. When I came to pay for my stuff up front, I saw him trying to walk out the doors with like 15 Milky Ways in his hands without paying. The girl at the counter was very nice about it and professional and was like, sir, you need to pay for those first. At first, he kept pretending to be tired and not hear her, but eventually turned back around and brought them to the counter. When she took one of the bars and started scanning it multiple times, he stopped her and told her to scan each of them individually to prevent any electrical interference, and then turned around and winked at me. I don't even think that's a word. After she scanned each bar and put them in a bag and started to say the price, he kept interrupting her by yawning really loudly. What the fuck, dude? It's so stupid. Yeah, dude, so many celebrities act like this. It's fucking weird. Originated on 4chan. What a surprise. What a fucking website that is. Somebody said I should try playing a game called the Indigo Parallel next. I've actually never heard of that. What is the Indigo Parallel? A captivating video game that takes you on a surreal, mind-bending journey into the depths of madness. How old is this? Oh, 11 days ago? Holy shit, that was loud, by the way. Sorry.
Status embracing.
Indigo Prophecy. I've played Indigo Prophecy. When I played it, I thought it was called Fahrenheit, but it apparently is both titles. It was good. That was David Cage's first game, was it not? Before he made Heavy Rain and all that stuff. Here we go. Here's this chord. Ah, yes. I tell you, dude, these songs never get old. I'm gonna be really sad when the remake actually comes out or we get closer to the release date of it, when they start fucking copy striking everybody's channels for using Silent Hill 2 music. I'll be in the crosshairs, dude, especially the stream upload channel. Holy shit. So much of that on there is gonna be fucking hit. Like, if they start really cracking down on those songs, that's gonna be over. But we'll see. We don't know for sure. Wow, that was close. I almost spilled coffee in my keyboard again. Give me just a sec. I did spill it on the floor, but I didn't spill it on the keyboard, most importantly.
おい、ゴンジドン。お前、親戚におめでたがあるから今日一日お暇いただきますって言ったのはいいがな。こんなにおめえ遅く帰ってくるとは思わなかったよ。おめえが一人いねえってと困らな他の若い衆が急に忙しくなっちまって。どうも 申し訳ございませんでした。早く帰ろうと思ったんですがね、この雨でござしたんでね、どうも手間取っちまいまして。申し訳ございませんでした。自分の部屋に戻ってきたゴンジが、嫌な摂取をした。思い出しただけで寒気がするが、気のせいかな、それともはばかり行きたくなったのかな。よし、立ち上がりますと言うとそのまんまはばかり。まあこういったような女郎屋の便所ですから、あんまり賑やかなところにはないんで、廊下の外れ薄暗いところをひょいっと曲がった場所だ。商売が商売ですから3つこう並んでいる。その真ん中の一つ、取って手かけて開けようとした途端に中からこら、どうもすいません、失礼しました。それじゃあってんで一番手前の戸に手をかけた途端にこれはどうもすいません。おいらんかご親族衆でございますか。どうも申し訳ございません、失礼いたしました。とって一番外れの接近に手かけた途端に中からまた
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, the only thing that saved my ass is that there was not much left in there. Holy shit. Highly stupid. I just wonder what happens if Silent Hill 2 Remake does well. I wonder if we're actually going to get 1 or 3. I hope it's 1. Like, wouldn't it be shitty if it's like, oh, Silent Hill 2 Remake did super well, let's make 3. Like, dude, give us 1. 1 is the one that we actually need a remake of, more than any other. No question about it, we need a remake of 1. Oh, God.
The first words at thy left hand, a false lunacy, a madly dancing man, hearing unhearable words, drawn to a beloved's grave, and there, mayhap, true madness at last. As did this one, playing in death, find true death at the last. Killing a nameless lover, she pierced a heart.
I mean, if Bloober's able to do it well, I'd be okay if they kept it for 1, but I don't know. You know, if they just decide, you know what, let's just try to save money, then they would probably just go with the lowest bidder again, as they usually do.
Still amidst lies, though the end cometh not, wherefore yearn for death? Wilt thou attend to that beloved? Truths and lies, life, death, a game of turning white to black, and black to white.
Did Origins do okay enough? They still went with a different team for every single entry after 4. Actually, I think the same team did Origins and Shattered Memories, if I remember right. Climax Studios. But yeah, they did go with a different team for Homecoming and Downpour. Yeah, it was made by Climax Action. That was Origins, Climax Studios, and then Shattered Memories, they went back to them to make Shattered Memories. My question is, dude, Shattered Memories was the best Western attempt at anything. Why didn't they go back to them for Downpour? Why did they move yet again? Downpour was by far the lowest production value and shittiest one I've ever seen. And also, the PS3 version of Silent Hill Downpour is genuinely one of the ugliest video games I've ever fucking laid eyes on, dude. It is disgusting looking. I mean, like, this even has a positive reception on Metacritic. But a lot of people share the frustration of, like, it didn't need to be called Silent Hill. It has a 73 on Metacritic. Like, that's so much better than the other Western Silent Hill games. Yeah, they've got Annapurna as one of them. Annapurna Games is making Silent Hill Townfall, and then you got F being made by a different studio, and then Ascension having to do with, like, behavior and shit, and then Bloober, so there's like 4 different teams involved in it right now. And it could very well just be an absolute shit show. We don't know for sure. We do not know. A fucking Ascension. I know, dude. It looks so cringe. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Hey, what's up, Future Mute? How you doing, sir? Not quite Jamie boy, but we're out here. Long time no see. Oh, you saw that? Really? Yeah, what'd you think of it? Dude, a lot of my other streamer friends have told me that it got recommended to them, so YouTube must have done some bullshittery with the algorithm and tried to force it in people's faces. Loved it. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like, Samich told me that it popped up in their recommended, for her and Hex. Can you imagine how the RE fanbase would react if Capcom outsourced? Dude, look how they reacted to RE3. They mostly outsourced that, and it was like an absolute disaster. So, and in most people's minds, even though I feel like Silent Hill 3 remake, or not Silent Hill 3, Resident Evil 3 remake is better than anything fucking Silent Hill got from 2006 to 2012 by a long shot, you know? It just popped up in my recently uploaded screen. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, for a first non-shitty edited video, I definitely can't complain that it appears to be doing pretty well, so I'm already excited and motivated to make the second one, which is going to be about Konami's Month of Madness in 2012 that essentially killed Silent Hill for a full 10 years. That's what it's going to be about. Yeah, me too. Like, I've been getting, like, there's a video called, like, the Silent Hill that doesn't get enough credit. That one keeps popping up in my feed. Yeah. Yeah, the Silent Hill that doesn't get enough credit by Boofcan has popped up in my feed. And this guy has 5,000 subs, so he's a way larger channel than me. But that one popped up in my feed right around the same time I uploaded mine, or a couple days before. It's just crazy to me that Silent Hill, it still is such like a hot topic. Like I don't think Konami actually understands how valuable that is. Like you can't buy that shit. It was about Silent Hill 1, I believe. How Silent Hill 1 doesn't get enough credit for starting everything off. Binge the heck out of dinner. Or binge the heck out of One Piece and ate Jello, drank peanut butter, and gonna eat pork soon for dinner. What's up, Dr. Red? How you doing, sir? Bum 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 bum. But yeah, Twitch is finally working. What was it actually down for you or not working right? Dude, Twitch has been having a lot of issues here lately, like the chat especially. As much as I don't like the film, I think the movie really helped propel the franchise to a wider audience. No, for sure. And there's even a theory now that all these new games, like the remake and all that, are just supplementary to the movie. Because the movie is going to have by far the biggest budget. Like, I can actually see that being true. Like, what they want to happen is the movie comes out and it's like a cannon shot that goes off. And everybody becomes interested in Silent Hill again because of the movie. And then they flock to the new games. I think that's how they want it to go. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out. Oh, chat problems in 7TV. Yeah, I was having chat problems the other day too. I would type in a 7TV emote and it would just show up as bold, but when I would look at the streamer's screen, it would actually show up as the real emote. But for me, I didn't actually see it. It was weird. How am I supposed to type Joel in other people's chats without a spinning fish appearing, dude? Unacceptable. There's no doubt about that. There's a corporate desire to make Silent Hill a marketable asset to wider audiences, no matter if it means dumbing it down. Well, and also making Silent Hill 2 the main focus forever and ever and ever because it sold so well. To Christoph Gann's credit, he did capture enough of the addicting aesthetic from the games that made casual audience members curious. Yeah, like the special effects, I feel like don't get enough credit. They're actually really well done. For 2000, a movie that was created primarily in 05 and released in early 06, like those special effects are really good, especially on like the other world, you know? From the Silent Hill 2 extended universe. Oh god. Yeah, the SH2CU. The fucking cinematic universe of Silent Hill 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried it, dude. Yeah, like when she's running down that first alleyway after her daughter, like that part is actually really well done. When she's running down the alleyway and that camera's like nauseatingly twisting above her, same way it does in the game. I thought that was really well done. And I've always given the movie its credit on this channel. Like, I've never said that the Silent Hill movie was bad. I just felt like it sparked a lot of misinformation, you know? But it's not bad at all. It's actually a solid movie. Yeah, it is the best part. And then the rest happens. Like, taken on its own. Exactly. Like that's how I feel. Taken on its own, it looks decent, and I can't say that it's a bad movie. If you're like not considering it anywhere else. What's up, Salt? Hey, I'm only Salt. Long time no see, dude. Sean Bean. Yeah, dude. Like Sean Bean and Radha Mitchell being in it was kind of surprising. It's like a pretty decent cast. I guess the best thing I can say about the movie is it could have been a lot worse. You know, it could have been like fucking Revelation 3D. Has it been a long time? I'm going senile. I don't know for sure. One movie we can all agree on is Mustard Piece is One Piece film gold. Sean Bean should have been the main character and they should have done the OG story. True. Dude, I think it would have done super well if it was like Sean Bean looking for his daughter. And I don't understand what their obsession was with changing everybody's name. Like, why is it Rose and Chris Da Silva? Why can't it just be Harry Mason and his wife? Like, why'd they have to change the names? It's so weird. Alice Krieg should have been Dahlia. Why was that so hard? Yeah. Rowan Atkinson in the Silent Hill movie as one of the cult members, just pulling out a fake gun from his. Imagine if the real Mr. Bean was in the movie. As much as she has no point, Christabella has no point. She nails that character, a religious zealot who could easily have just been the matriarch of the order. Yeah. Yeah, I thought, and that's like a pretty cool scene in my opinion, where, you know, Alessa basically punishes everybody in the church. It's a fucking crazy scene. Like, it has no business being anything to do with Silent Hill, but I think it's a well executed scene, like the music and everything. It's pretty fucked up too. I mean, not pretty, it's very fucked up. That scene was hype as fuck in the theater when I first watched it. Yeah, dude, like people were fucking hooting and hollering. I remember going to see that when it first came out. People were going nuts over that scene. The only other video game themed movie I've gone to see when it first came out was Max Payne, and that movie was straight dog shit. That shit was awful. Straight garbage. The fucking Marky Mark Max Payne. Yeah, dude, I was so disappointed. Best video game movie ever is OG Mario movie. This was in the early 90s when mainstream movies were pretty tame even for horror. Yeah, Markiplier. No, not quite. I would have preferred it to be Markiplier if I'm being honest. But yeah, the Max Payne movie had a couple of pretty hype trailers, and I was like, damn, this could actually be good. And it was not. It was not. It was terrible. It had like Mila Kunis as the love interest. I forget what her name is. Ramona, I think. No, not Ramona. Oh yeah, the show. Are you talking about the show coming out soon? Oh no. Dude, why can I not? Mona Sachs, yes, Mona. It had fucking Mila Kunis as Mona in the movie. The same production team as Netflix, very well received adaptation of Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, you mean the one that got dropped like a fucking hot potato after season 1? Yeah. I knew you were being sarcastic. I was just agreeing. You know how it be. Just when I almost forgot about the Netflix One Piece, yeah, it's gonna be something. Live action adaptations of anime are just not destined to succeed. Like I remember a few years back, I've talked about this before, that they were going on about, oh, we should do a live action Akira with like Leo DiCaprio as fucking Kaneda. It's like, how about we not? Like that sounds like a terrible idea. Why the fuck would you do that? How about we just let things succeed in their own mediums and like not bother? Please. Hey, what's up, Cowardly? Hey, nice blue name, dude. That looks sick with the mod sword. For better or worse, I don't think Trigun is popular enough in the West to merit a Netflix adaptation. Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, dude, just watch the Trigun anime and be happy. Like, can we stop with all these weird adaptations? Like, we just don't need any of these things. I don't even understand what the goal is. It's like, what are you trying to do? Like, introduce it to a mass market? If you want to do that, just make it available to more people, you know? Aren't they in talks to adapt Hellsing? Oh god, I hope not. I hope the fuck not. Yeah, they did a horrible Death Note adaptation too. Like, what is with all these anime adaptations coming out recently? I don't think a single one has done well, and they just keep putting them out. What are you up to tonight, Cowardly? What was I gonna look for? Oh, the Hellsing adaptation. Hellsing live action film is reportedly in production as of March of 2021. It will be written by the same guy that wrote John Wick. Produced by Brian Kavanaugh Jones. Teaming up with Amazon, it will be released first on Amazon Prime with an unknown release date. So there's going to be a Hellsing movie adaptation that's in production now. Dude, it's going to do so bad. I mean, the John Wick writer is one thing that's just kind of wild, but I just got off work. Money has been spent. Yep, the money. They already got the checks. They already cashed the checks, and they're making the shit now, so it's going to be released. Well, I mean, maybe not. Sometimes these projects do so bad when they're in the works that they just straight up cancel the shit. You never know. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great, Cowardly. I'm sorry to keep harping on this, but I did make a YouTube video that you know, actually surprisingly did pretty well. So I'm gonna focus a lot more of my energy on making great YouTube videos for the next little bit. I am still gonna be live 3 days a week, Monday night, Wednesday night, and Friday night. That's gonna be my new, like, for at least for the time being. I don't want to say permanent schedule because of course things could eventually change, but that's gonna be my new schedule, and I'm just gonna make videos over the weekend. And it's going to be Tuesday because I'm off work on Tuesdays. And then Friday and Saturdays is probably when I'm going to try to finalize the videos and actually get them uploaded. So I'm going to try to upload one video every weekend for the next few weekends. I'm buying merch as soon as it drops. Dude, I wish. I'd make a when do I get the shotgun shirt. Probably like a meme-ass photo of the Silent Hill 2 remake, James. But I'd have to worry about licensing and shit then. I don't know. Just followed your YouTube. I didn't even know you had one. Yeah. Well, I don't really talk about it too much. This is my only channel that's gonna have this type of content on it now. Is this one with the Heather profile picture. But yeah. I mean, the fucking video's been out for 2 days and it has almost 18,000 views. So it's like, literally for something I didn't expect to get any higher than 500 views, I really can't complain, and it's something I'm proud of. So, you know, we're just going to keep it rolling. We're just going to keep it rolling. And I have so many, dude, you guys don't even know. I've been waiting to get this energy out about all my Silent Hill grievances for so many years. So actually having an outlet for this shit now is so great. More than DSP. Okay. Okay. Yeah, dude, like I've been wanting to air my grievances about this shit all the time on stream, but it's like now I actually have a decent outlet to do it, and somewhat of a platform. I mean, people seem to really enjoy it, so. At least I didn't get ratioed. See, I didn't get ratioed. So hey, can't complain. And then plus there's the podcast too that I want to do, but I think honestly the next two, I'm going to make a quick little just thrown together video responding to some of the comments on this one. And then the next video will be about the month of madness. So, but there's just going to be a quick little like 5-6 minute video about just responding to what people said on here. Cause it would take me so long to go through and actually type out a response for each one. It'd be way easier to just make a quick video and pluck a few comments to respond to. The Stampcast, yeah, I still don't really know what I'm going to call it. Because if I call it Live from Room 302, I feel like I'd have to deal with Konami. Like, Konami would fucking issue me a cease and desist. You never know. Just make a video with the words RE4 and Solus in the title. You'll get ratioed for sure. Yeah, my boy Crowbcat's never been ratioed like that before. Stamps apartment. That would not be a bad idea. I wanted to try to turn my living room into like a pseudo set. Live from room 393, definitely not 302, but oh yeah, 303. Definitely not 302, by the way. And I can be like, oh yeah, 302 is next door, but we don't talk about that guy. That would actually be kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Konami doesn't even know where their own source code is half the time. I doubt they'd bother. True. Yeah, holy shit, dude. This did get ratioed hard. 48k likes, 38k dislikes. I've never seen a like to dislike ratio like that on one of his videos. Yeah, dude, Nintendo, I don't know if you guys have seen, but Nintendo is like fucking destroying people's lives if they have anything to do with those ROM uploading websites. SNESorama, CoolROM, all kinds of other stuff. Like, there used to be so many different websites that would host Nintendo ROMs of like older systems, but now that Nintendo is in on that game too, and they're selling so many digital copies of classics, dude, they are ruthless. They're like raiding people's houses and shit. Like, the people who ran SNESorama had their fucking houses raided. It was a husband and a wife, I believe, and they like confiscated their server and everything and hit them with a crazy lawsuit. We need more Silent Hill 2 remake news for sure, dude. Who was it that did a compendium video of all the Nintendo lawsuits? I'm not sure, but there's a ton of them. There's a ton of lawsuits. Wavy Web Surf, I think. I love his videos, dude. Yeah, people who lost everything to Nintendo. If you mess with Nintendo, there will be consequences. Serious, life-ruining consequences. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Insanity. Like, this company is fucking ruthless. And it's like, not many people are talking about this. Like, most of the time with Capcom, like what Capcom did to Cross Counter TV about 10 plus years ago, where they issued them a cease and desist. Most times they issue a cease and desist, you take the video down or take whatever content they want you to take down, you take it down, and then they say, all right, cool. No lawsuit. Have a good day. Dude, not Nintendo. They're like, you fucked up. We're going to send a fucking army of lawyers. We're going to raid your house. We're going to confiscate your server that's hosting your website, and we're going to ruin your life. That's what they do. Yeah. Dude, it's crazy to even think, like, Sato is like one of the highest up developers at Nintendo now. Like, he's doing art direction for like Mario games now, which is kind of nuts. Like, but honestly, you know, given his track record and his resume, he actually was like one of the most sought after artists in the entire industry around 2002 or so. So I can't blame them for picking him up. Like, you can still basically find his resume online as a contractor. If you just search Takayoshi Sato, you can find his website. Like, he's got a LinkedIn. I swear, you used to be able to easily find his, I think it was called like satoworks.com or something like that. Oh, it looks like it's been taken down. That sucks. But yeah, you used to be able to find like his resume online. Or he would show all of the behind the scenes like concept and sketch work for Silent Hill 2. Stuff like this. He would show this for Maria on there, and it was really awesome to see. Like, you can see how the final version came together based on his drawings. Someone needs to do a parody of Candyman, but instead of saying his name 5 times in a mirror, say Mario 5 times in the YT creator upload screen as they're uploading unedited gameplay, and then Nintendo just fucking beats down the door. Yeah. Okay, well, here's satoworks.com. Okay, this is a full Japanese website in kanji, and it has nothing to do with games, so that must not be it. I swear he used to have, maybe Nintendo forced him to take it down, but he used to have, like, you could just go to, like, takayoshisato.com. But yeah, it looks like it's been taken down. Probably something to do with Nintendo, if I had to guess. But yeah, he's very high up there too. Like, he's high up on the totem pole. Yeah, he got hired in 2010, I believe. No, before that, because GoldenEye Rogue Agent is a Nintendo game. So He's been working for Nintendo almost 20 years. It's crazy he got his start on a game called Sexy Parodius, a like waifu shooter. The 5th installment in the Parodius series, similar to Gradius, or Gradius, however you say it. It also contains sexual level and enemy designs, and then right from that, 3 years later, he works on Silent Hill. Like, what the hell? When was he born, by the way? It doesn't even show his age in here. I feel like he's got to be in his 50s now. I think he just dismantled the company. I'm sure Nintendo had to do with it, but he was ready to end the company anyway. Oh, you mean Sato Works? Yeah. Yeah, Sato Works hasn't been around in quite a while, but... You know, the one dream that I do have, one day I hope... Like, Twin Perfect said this in a bunch of their videos. The original project files for Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3's cutscenes are on a hard drive somewhere. Somebody has those original project files. I don't know if it's Sato. I don't know if it's one of the people that worked with Sato. I don't know if Konami has them in like some old ass IDE hard drive laying around, but somebody has those files. If those were to ever get released and properly remastered, I think Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition would basically be done. Like, that's one of the biggest shortcomings of Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition, is that it's not got the good quality cutscenes, because the highest quality cutscenes we have to work with are the PS2, and we just upscale those. We don't have any other options. And even with AI upscaling, there's only so much you can do with project files that are that old, at such a low resolution, and this, that, and the other, so. But that's so Japanese. Most animators and manga artists in one way or another touch something horny in the industry. True. Yeah, I think he said in an interview once that that's like how you get your start in Japan. Like, you work on a game like that, and then if people recognize that you're talented enough, you get work on other projects. So I think that's pretty interesting. You get your start in Japan working on horny content, and then you move to other stuff. Quite hilarious. Some empty, unused server room underneath a bunch of wires and unplugged components are the original Sato rendered SHMVs. Yeah, dude. Well, see, it's like considered lost media, but I hope someday. Like, I know there's probably going to be legal shit involved if it does happen, but like, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's leaked on the internet. Like, Michael Jackson's original recording sessions for songs like Billie Jean and Thriller have leaked online, where you can like hear him ad-libbing before he actually lays down the final track. All of the original unmixed tracks have somehow leaked online. Like, how the hell does that even happen? So if things like that can leak, these Silent Hill 2 and 3 project files could definitely leak, and Silent Hill 1 while we're at it, but I don't know. Like, we're getting to the point where this stuff would have to be stored on like 20 to 25-year-old hardware, and it may just be dead at this point. Like, if they were to try to connect it up and recover the footage, they could just be gone. So who knows? I mean, it would be cool if someday we would get this stuff, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There's a high possibility that it's just never going to see the light of day, and that's sad to see, but who knows? We know Sato ain't going to release it, because where he's under contract by Nintendo, there'd probably be some big issues with, you know, releasing some of his older non-Nintendo work. So Japanese company is willing to archive everything on AWS/Deadline servers. It's just not gonna happen, not unless they make like another department tasked with completing that. Yeah. And that's sad because, you know, like more than anything, I would love to see that ever get leaked, but it's like with the remake coming out and all that shit, like it's just not gonna happen. It would be involved in such a it would kind of be like the Dragon Ball Z broadcast audio or whatever, where somebody leaked/released the higher quality Japanese audio and Funimation just refuses to release it in any capacity. They refuse to even take the audio and sync it up to the episodes. They just keep releasing the low quality mono audio tracks, and then they release the English versions in like the highest quality possible. So I feel like even if those started to leak, like you'd start to see cease and desists and takedown notices, and it would be really hard to find the project files. And even then, if like the enhanced edition team somehow got their hands on it and incorporated it into the game, again, that would probably muddy the waters, because I don't know if enhanced edition is gonna survive the remake coming out. Like, Konami might actually give those guys a cease and desist, because look what they did with PT. Like, whenever PT got pulled from the store, they issued a ton of cease and desist to not just content creators, people that were trying to sell their PS4s on eBay with PT installed. They were getting hit with cease and desist. So they will not hesitate. It's funny because Capcom sure did a good job preserving the OG RE4 so that it could be optimized on every device known to mankind. Yeah. Even the fucking Zeebo or whatever, that like South American learning computer. That's kind of like their version of a leapfrog or whatever. And RE4 was built on a prototype engine. Wasn't it built on a prototype of MT Framework? Because I know Capcom used MT Framework for several years. Like, they used it for Resident Evil 4 and 5. They used it for all the way up to Revelations, I think, was built on MT Framework. Dead Rising was on it. Dead Rising 1 for sure was on MT Framework. Monster Hunter games were on it. MT Framework was a game engine created by Capcom. MT stands for Multi-Thread, Meta Tools, and Multi-Target. So yeah, from 2006 to 2018, they made games on it. So Dead Rising was the first one, apparently. And then Lost Planet, Devil May Cry 4, RE5. Yes, it was considered to this day a pre-demo engine. RE5 became the standard, yeah. Oh, Street Fighter. I forgot Street Fighter 4 was built on that. The 3D edition for DS, at least. Even a Phoenix Wright game was built on MT Framework. But yeah, at a certain point, you just can't continue using old engines like that. Like, that's the issue that Bethesda's running into now. That's the problem that Bethesda's running into now, is their old-ass, like, Creation engine, which is an engine they created around when Morrowind was coming out. They're still trying to use that shit. They're still trying to use that shit now. Or Creation Kit, or... No, it is Creation Engine. Like, this shit was released so fucking long ago, and they're still trying to use it. And that's what made Fallout 4 performance so bad. So, you know, at a certain point, you just have to make a new engine. It's expensive, it's time consuming, it's going to be difficult to do. But Capcom was forced to do it. Whenever RE7 came out, they had to switch to a new engine. And the RE engine is super impressive. And like all of their games run on it now, so that's awesome. NHK is the same way. This is just work related, but it feels relevant. Japanese companies outsource all their rendering projects to cloud computing solution companies and just expect that data to be there forever, completely undermining the fact that that's not how it works. So when it's gone, they go apeshit and then task other departments to retrieve, but it's always lower quality and there are no other ways to get it back. Yeah, that's what sucks, man. Like, we have to... I feel like preservation is not really talked about enough, you know? Like... And I also think about things like patches, like PS3 and PS4 game patches, or 360 and Xbox One game patches. Those are not going to be around forever. Like, the Xbox 360 game patch server is not going to be around forever. The PS3 game patch server is not going to be around forever. When Sony and Microsoft consider it no longer relevant, they will shut that down. And then at a certain point, you'll pop in a game that may have a game-breaking glitch that got patched, and there's no patch because you can't download anything anymore. So there's already people that have spent like the past 15 to 20 years like archiving every game update and trying to store it on a flash drive so that it can be recovered. It's like, what happens when they shut that shit down? Like, preservation is going to take a huge hit. And not to mention the PS3 store, that whole debacle. Like, they threatened to shut down the PS3 store, everybody threw a fit, and then they were like, okay, we'll reinstate it for now, but we don't know. Like, any fucking day they could just decide, well, we no longer need the PS3 store, so now we're going to shut it down. You know, it could literally happen any day, and we don't know when that's going to happen. And there's a lot of PS1 classics, there's some PS2 classics, and some other things that are not available anywhere else that are on that store. So I don't know what their solution to that's going to be. I really don't. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's all we can really say. That's all we can really say. And remakes too. Like, I hate when companies just consider a remake a substitute. It's like, well, why do you need the original? Why do you need backwards compatibility when you have a remake now? You know what I mean? It's like Capcom not releasing Resident Evil 1 through 3 on Steam is the most baffling decision. Like, you can't just find upscales or 1080p upscales of the PS1 games. Like, why have they not done this? Why have they not gone through? Like, leave the classic camera angles, leave the tank controls, leave all that shit, and give us the choice to either use classic textures or redrawn textures, you know, something like that. It'd be so simple, but they haven't done it. And when people have asked them in any official capacity, the answer they've gotten back is, oh, well, there's remakes. It's like that doesn't get it. Like, I don't care if there's a Resident Evil 1 remake. I want to play the PlayStation 1 Biohazard. I don't want to play the GameCube remake every single time, you know? Incredible game, amazing game, one of the best remakes ever made, but sometimes I want to play the PS1. I miss the days of physical, tangible releases. Remember going to a store outside and purchasing a thing you can take home? Yeah, dude. Like, I was going to midnight releases in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. I was going to midnight releases. The last one I ever went to was for The Last of Us in 2013. Yeah, dude, like going, and it wasn't even that big of a midnight release. Like, there were only a handful of people there, but it's like I just met with a couple people and we were like, yeah, we love the Uncharted games and this seems like a really cool game. And we all got PS3 copies, of course, because it was exclusive. But, you know, we're just sitting there shooting the shit, and I miss those days. Nowadays, it's just like, game comes out, download, immediately stream it or immediately play it. Like, and don't take this the wrong way. Like, I fucking love streaming on Twitch. I still do. But, you know, putting time into YouTube has actually taught me what I do and don't like about both platforms. I do love that YouTube... I think I've learned that YouTube is not luck. YouTube, if you put out great content and you try extremely hard, you work extremely hard, and you put effort into your videos, I think they'll find their audience no matter what. I don't think there's an example that I can think of somebody putting out amazing content and it just flies under the radar completely. Like, nobody watches it, nobody knows about it. Because word of mouth actually does a lot. And by word of mouth, I mean like people linking it in their Discords and things like that. YouTube is so great at discoverability, and Twitch is terrible at discoverability. So as much as I love being live and interacting with the chat live, the reality is discoverability on Twitch is awful. And the only sensible way to make things work, if you want to be a content creator, is to put out the best videos you can possibly put out on YouTube and kind of transfer that audience over, or hope that they'll want to interact with you live and do things like that. It has definitely gotten better for new creators on YouTube. Yeah, like a few years ago, if your video didn't hit like the algorithm lottery, you were just not going to get views. But I think they've done I don't know what they've done as far as like the framework of their recommended videos, but like if you make a video that is genuinely similar to a larger content creator's video, it will get recommended as a similar video now. And that never used to be the case. Yeah, cross-platform engagement is very necessary. Like, ideally, you know, after we put out 7 or 8 different videos on YouTube, I would hope that, you know, people are interested enough to want to interact live. And, you know, it's a situation where if it comes down to it, I may try my hand at live streaming on YouTube. Not out of necessity, but just because, you know, it may be fun to do. You know, something new. I've never really streamed on YouTube before, so it would allow me to kind of relearn. And the thing about YouTube that I really love is their bitrate is crazy high. You can stream like 4K 60 on YouTube and do like 80,000 bitrate, and they'll support that. Like, I think YouTube goes all the way up to 100,000 bitrate, do they not? So you can stream like unbelievable quality over there. YouTube streaming bitrate is 18,000. So yeah, Twitch's absolute maximum, you cannot exceed this, is 6,000. Even for partners, you cannot exceed 6,000. But over on YouTube, you can stream up to 18,000. Like, the quality of just this camera would improve so drastically at 18,000 bitrate. It's actually nuts, because that's over double what I'm doing right now. And I think you can even unlock higher than that. Like, in 2020, it says they upped it to 34,000, and you can even do 4K 60 at 51,000 now, as of 2020. So that's nuts. You can go all the way up to 20 fucking thousand and 30,000 bit rates over there. But anyways, I love both. Like, I don't dislike either platform. I just have kind of really learned a lot about the uses and how each platform succeeds and what each platform is good and bad at. YouTube, amazing for discoverability. You put out good videos, I feel like they're gonna find their audience. Twitch, it's a lot more legwork, and you gotta play the right games. You gotta talk about the right things, you know. Yeah, I would love to. Like, my problem is I don't want to. I hate asking for stuff. I really do. I hate asking for shit. But if I could find like similar minded creators that would want to talk about things, I'd love to have them on a podcast, even if it's just over like Zoom or Discord or whatever the fuck. Like, I feel like that would be super fun to do. You know, get some other horror streamers, like if they don't mind to share like an hour or so of their time and just discuss some stuff with me. I think that'd be a really cool idea. It just, like I said, I always feel weird asking for shit because I feel like I'm coming across as like a beggar. I know that's not the case, but that's just kind of how I was raised. To always be self-sufficient and not want to ask for things, but hey man, sometimes you got to do a little bit of networking. Like, for example, I'm not going to name who it is, but I actually reached out to a pretty large streamer on Twitch. I mean, very large, I would say. And I asked him for permission to use some clips from an older YouTube video that he made. And he actually gave me permission. Like, he was totally fine with it. And he was like, yeah, go ahead and use whatever you want. Appreciate the kind words. Like, I told him I love his streams. I told him, like, you know, I'm not looking for any promotion or shout out, but I love your streams. And I would appreciate it if you would give me permission to use a couple clips. And he did. So, you can't save the horror world alone. Never hurts to ask for help. True. Very true. Yeah, I think I just got to get that out of my system. Like, that's just the way that things work now. Like, people collaborate, people network. That's just the way this game, if you want to refer to it as that, that's the way this shit works, you know? You think Ash just had that chainsaw hand without asking? Exactly, dude. Alice had to fucking attach that stuff, dude. But yeah, you know, and there's so many different like hands going right now that I'm in charge of. Like, I have to keep the stream VOD upload channel up to date, and that takes like a couple hours once a week to make sure that that's up to date and we don't lose any streams ever. And then I have the original YouTube stuff, and then I've got Twitch going at the same time, and then I also want to try to do a podcast on top of working a full-time job. So it's a lot. Like I'm ready and willing to do the work. Yes, I do all my own editing. Yeah. I don't have anybody. Like if I could grow things to the point that I could hire an editor, obviously that would make life extremely easy. But that we're nowhere near that. I'll just say that. We are nowhere near that just yet. But yeah, I do all my own editing. I upload all the streams. I do the streaming 3 times a week now. And yeah, making the own videos. You have stamina for days, dude. It's not easy, but it's fun. It's very fun. I just have to really take advantage now of the days that I don't stream. Like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, those days I won't be streaming. I've got to make sure that a lot of work gets done on those days, like a lot. When do I sleep? I don't. I actually don't. I'm not even kidding, dude. Usually after the stream, I'm so wired from it. Like I still get, not adrenaline rushes, but I just get wired from talking back and forth to chat sometimes, and it's tough for me to fall asleep and wind down. Honestly, most times I don't sleep at night. I usually sleep on my lunch break at work and after work. That's the majority of the time that I get sleep. Lunch break at work and after I clock out. That's it. And I'll sleep from like 4 or 5 p.m. until about 9, and then I'll go live on the days that I stream. That's usually how it goes. That's what I did tonight. Mad respect, but dude, naps sometimes. No, I know. I need to prioritize. Because before I had no streaming schedule at all, but having a definitive streaming schedule, I think is going to help. Like Malum was telling me, I think that's going to help me bring some actual structure to my life, which I desperately need. Like I badly need structure in my life, just because not having a stream schedule and just doing things off the cuff is like, it doesn't work for me anymore, because I'll just feel tempted and obligated to stream every single night, and every night that I don't do it, I'll feel like I'm doing something wrong or like I shouldn't be being lazy about it. So having 3 definitive days that I know I'm going to be live every week is going to be very helpful for me. And they're good days, like they work out perfectly with my schedule. I get that this lifestyle demands your time and it's essential to a successful career, but as an animator, I will attest to this. You need your rest. Absolutely. It's crucial, dude. Like lack of sleep or being sleep deprived for a number of years is actually so detrimental for your health. Like it's horrible for your brain. It's horrible for your heart, and basically every internal organ. It's horrible to not get enough sleep. As often as I do and how much caffeine I'm on constantly, like it has to stop. It is not sustainable. It is absolutely not sustainable. I mean, my body is tolerating it now because I'm not, like I'm younger, quote unquote. I'm 28. So like things mostly work fine now, but if I continue doing this into like my mid to late 30s, like it's not going to end well. So I have to, you know, I have to, and the thing that I need to do to start getting better sleep is exercising more. Like if I start going to the gym after work, that would change everything for me. Like working up a good solid sweat, being exhausted, actually being able to fall asleep when I need to, that's what I need to do. What's up, sick boy? You go to the gym after school? True. Yep. It leads to burnout, and burnout is a death knell for a YouTuber. Absolutely. Like, and you've even seen that from super successful people saying that they just don't have another fucking video in them, you know? I need to start doing that after work. And on the days that I don't work, I'm just gonna go like super early in the morning and just get a good solid workout in. You know, because and it's like that for musicians too. Like any creative art, like eventually you're gonna have like writer's block, and you're just gonna feel like, damn, I don't have another fucking song or book or movie or, you know, joke in me, you know, as a writer. So it happens in all facets of things, and It's not easy to keep the momentum up, you know, when this game never sleeps. Like, content creation never sleeps, dude. Anytime you're not working, somebody else is working. And they're uploading something and they're streaming something. And so it's like you can't ever really take decent time off. And the reality of it is, it's like if you're gone for a week, you might as well be gone for like 2 months, you know? That's how this game works, because while you're gone, people will find alternatives, and there you go. So you have to keep making stuff. Like, you have to keep getting stuff out there constantly. You can't just like leave for a week. If you leave for a week, you have to focus that energy on another facet. Like, you have to pre-record and edit like 6 YouTube videos. You have to like you have to record like 6 YouTube videos so that you can schedule them being uploaded while you're gone from streaming. That's the type of thing. Like, you can't just disappear entirely. You have so much potential, and I can see you in Ragnarok's in a video in the very near future. I'd hate to see you wearing yourself out. I appreciate that, man. I actually do work tomorrow, Mag. Basically, my team is extremely short-staffed, and they... Like, I got pulled to the side before I left today, and they were like, hey, do you mind to work tomorrow? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But it's not like I'm any stranger to it. I'm still off Sunday. So, when I get done with work tomorrow, I'm going to, well, I guess, yeah, it's still tomorrow. It's not midnight yet. I'm going to work really hard on the next YouTube video. Again, make that merch. I'll buy it. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I don't know where I would go to make that, but, you know, it's time to start Googling. Go to like Teespring or something like that. I think they're a pretty easy place to get merch made through. I need some fucking water. Might go to the casino with my friend and take a micro dose. Oh no. He's going ham. Teespring. I don't know. I'm not up to date with what people actually use for stuff like that anymore. But yeah, the tough reality that I've had to come to terms with is that you do not grow while you're live. And people told me this in the past. Like, people tried to lecture me, and they were like, hey, just so you know, you don't grow really being live constantly. And I was like, well, I know, but it's so fun and I'm having such a blast doing it. I feel like, you know, but they're right. They're absolutely right. You know, so you need to work smarter, not harder when it comes to certain things. But at the end of the day, I just have I have so many video ideas that I need to get out of here and into Adobe Premiere. And I feel like until I do that, I'm not going to feel satisfied. And like, even sitting here right now, being 100% honest, even sitting here right now streaming, I feel like I'm missing out on an opportunity to be editing a video right now. But the thing is, I just need to fucking relax. Like, because I'm having this pressure to like put out another video, because it's like, oh, people are waiting, but they're not really. Like, that's not how it works. They're not sitting there with bated breath waiting for another video. Like, it's only been out 2 days. That's not how the shit works. Yeah, work smart and play hard, absolutely. Make smart decisions, but be willing to put in the time and effort to get yourself to a certain place. I love Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's one of my favorite movies ever. First time I watched that, it was on like, you guys remember like in the middle of the night, those extra cable channels like Showtime and Stars and HBO in the US at least. I caught it on like HBO or something. And right after that, I found out that my dad actually had a Blu-ray of it, and I watched it 2 times in a row, and I just remember feeling like I was in a fucking trance the whole time, you know? I just felt like I was being fucking transported to another world watching that movie. Because a lot of the scenes just kind of flow together in a way that I know they're trying to emulate a drug trip of some kind, but it does a really good job of, you know, just making you feel disoriented and like you have no idea what's going on. Came down for a trip with friends that literally felt like I stumbled into Twin Peaks. I remember watching a lot of David Lynch for the first time in the middle of the night as a kid. That's what I did with Eraserhead, yeah. Because Eraserhead was kind of like that movie that a lot of YouTubers were talking about in the late 2000s. They were like, oh, craziest movies or most disturbing movies ever made list, and Eraserhead was always on it. And somebody had uploaded the movie on YouTube in like 5 different parts, and I was just fascinated by it. I was absolutely fascinated with Eraserhead as a kid. Or as a teen, I guess you would say. I wasn't really a kid back then. I was like 13, 14 at that time. And, you know, people like Ludwig, here's what I love about Ludwig. He actually makes his YouTube videos while he's live. Like, if he's going to talk to the camera, his live stream chat is literally right here. He'll turn off the chat like this and just go, hey YouTube, or he'll just start his video, making his YouTube video, and he like leans in and he talks just like he would in a YouTube video, but he's live, you know? The only thing he does is take his chat off screen, and I'm like, that's not a bad idea either. That's a cool idea. Yeah, it changed my life forever. Yeah, it definitely opened my eyes up. That and Begotten. I watched Begotten and Eraserhead the same summer, and they both kind of opened my eyes to way more of like an avant-garde style of movie making. It's a good movie, but if you're not in the right headspace, it can do some damage. Yeah, for sure. What a double feature. Yeah, dude. Begotten is freaky as fuck, yeah. I just love the way it's shot. It's like so beautiful. I remember watching a trailer that described it as a Rorschach test for the eyes, and it's so true. Like the whole movie feels like a Rorschach test. Because they did something to like all the individual film reels where they like acid washed them, and that's how they turned out so weird, and the frame rate is super low in some areas. I remember I back-to-backed Requiem for a Dream and Enter the Void. I was a puddle on the floor after that. Dude, Requiem for a Dream is an amazing movie. Darren Lynn Bousman in general. Or wait, is it Darren Lynn Bousman? I don't think that's the guy's name. Oh no, it's Darren Aronofsky. Yeah. Darren Aronofsky. Yeah. Fucking Darren Lynn Bousman made Saw 2. What the hell am I on about? But yeah, Darren Aronofsky made Requiem for a Dream. He also made Black Swan, which I thought was a really cool movie. So many GIFs have been created from Begotten and used as creepypasta. Yeah, absolutely. It's like the ultimate creepypasta fuel because of just all the different fucked up shots in it. He would make a good Silent Hill film, yeah. Yeah, but you gotta remember, a dude like Aronofsky would cost money and they're not interested in spending money. So Christoph Gans was probably willing to do it for free because he hasn't really made a whole lot since the first Silent Hill movie. So I guarantee, like, just for, I don't want to say like relevancy's sake, because I'm not trying to like roast him. Not trying to roast him relentlessly, but seriously, what has Christoph Gans made since the first Silent Hill movie? Like, he's made, okay, so since 2006, what has he actually made? Let's find out. Oh god, it's so bright. I just got fucking flashbanged by IMDb. Oh my god, get that out of here. Since Silent Hill, he has made one singular movie, Beauty and the Beast from 2014. And it's a French version. That's all he's made. So it's like, he would probably have done this for free, to be honest. I mean, honestly, he would have done it for free. So that's, yeah, if they were to get Aronofsky or anybody else, there's no way that would have, there's no way they would have been willing to spend that type of money. He claims to be such a movie buff, and his ability to balance subtext and branching narrative is so underdeveloped. Well, the worst part about that Silent Hill reveal was when they called him a true gamer. It's like, how are you a true gamer when you got most of the details of Silent Hill 1 completely wrong? Like, what is that? What are you on about, true gamer? And what does that even mean? What does it mean to say the director of a movie is a true gamer? Like, what is that? That doesn't add any, like, merit to his ability to make a good movie. What the hell? What a weird thing to say. Blame Roger Avery, too, for that garbage screenplay. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, like, this movie is going to be based on Silent Hill 2, and there's a Silent Hill 2 remake. Like, if people weren't already burned out on their attempts to rehash the same story, like, it's going to be so bad. If the movie and that turns out to be bad, like, it's just going to be dead forever. Really. It would just be dead forever. Well, they just did it because he's known. James Gunn's Silent Hill 2 cinematic universe. Yeah, dude. Where we can have all those little quips of James and other characters, like, roasting each other about who's good in battle and who's bad. Just some horrible shit. About how they can't hit their shots or something. I don't know. Ezra Miller in Silent Hill. Chris Pratt. Yeah, dude. Chris Pratt as James Sunderland, and the running joke is going to be in the beginning as he's getting dressed, he takes off the Star-Lord jacket and he puts on the military jacket, and then he drives to Silent Hill. That's going to be the gag at the beginning of the movie. That's the beginning of the cinematic universe, dude. Guardians of Toluca Lake. Actually, speaking of that, though, you guys want to know some absurd shit? Tom Hewlett was the senior associate producer for a lot of the Western Silent Hill games, and he actually revealed that the original script for Homecoming had, like, he literally described it as a Dragon Ball Z style battle between Josh and Alessa. Alessa was going to be representing fire, and Josh was going to be representing water, and they were going to have a Dragon Ball Z style battle in midair over Toluca Lake. That was the original ending for Silent Hill Homecoming. Before he went in and changed it to be more like Silent Hill 2. So it's like, I'll take Tom's version, because that first version sounds like some dumb shit. Imagine if they're, like, reading each other's power levels and fucking, you know, as they, I imagine as they would punch each other, like a blast of water would come off of Josh's fist and a blast of fire would come off of Alessa's fist. Oh, Jesus, dude. It would have been so shit. And you can see, like, the gears turning in their head as they were having these meetings, like, oh, bro, this would be so epic. It'd be so epic. Oh, my God, dude. Fuck out of here. Gillespie, Hamehameha. Yeah, dude. Alessa isn't evil. Yeah, that's the one fucked up thing. Like, all the movies and people that don't understand it, they keep painting her as evil. But it's like, the boiler explosion was an accident, and she did not intend for the nightmare to be projected on the rest of the town. It's just happening by proxy, like by what the cult did, their actions and how they perverted the spiritual power and made it demonic. The nightmare is getting projected. She doesn't even know about it. She doesn't even know about it. Walter's sitting on an iron throne. Oh, God. I did mention in the video about that. I don't know if you guys have seen the post, but there's a legitimate post on the Silent Hill wiki about how the fact that Walter wears a brown coat instead of a blue coat means that, oh, he has all these feelings about himself and he feels that he's not worthy because brown is supposed to represent this, that, or the other. I'm like, guys, just please stop. Just these are the type of grievances I've had with this community for like 10 plus years. Like, they could find a literal texture of like a bag of fucking chips in the corner of Silent Hill 2 and start talking about what it represents and what it means. It's like, sometimes things are just put in the game to build the world. Yeah, it's like, dude, there's so much shit that goes on in the community that it just is so absurd. It's like, they've pushed the fan theory stuff to the point of such absurdity that people like Ito are just fed up with it. They literally just respond by saying, I don't care now. Like, they're so tired of it. And that's exactly how most people in the community feel. Why is Dairy Queen trending in the US on Twitter? What the fuck? I don't even bother with the SH Reddit. I don't either, dude. Because when the new games got announced, I went on. When the new games got announced and the new movie, I went on there and I just kind of expressed that I was cautious about it. And immediately, like I said, I got fucking flooded with just downvotes and angry responses, calling me a bitch boy, a pessimist. Just in general, saying that I was a whiny piece of shit and I needed to grow up and stop being a crybaby. I'm like, I mean, cool. Like, you can insult me all you want. That's cool. But it's like, are we just not going to have a conversation? You're just going to roast me and that's like the end. You're just like, yep. Beat that little bitch out of here. Get him out of here. I won and it's over. He's been forced to work more with Western devs and in turn interacting with more Western fans. Well, the fucked up thing is, I was actually going to include this in the video. I'll show you in the folder that I had for this video. I was going to show that he used to be enthusiastic about answering these types of questions. Like, here's my whole folder for that video, by the way. Here's all the media that I needed for that video. And I think it's here. Yeah, so this is what I was going to show, which is if you go here, there's a whole section on the wiki about on Silent Hill Theories, there's a whole section about how enthusiastically he used to answer people's questions in like 2010 through 12. He loved answering questions. Look at all this. I mean, he answered tons of questions. April 2012, August 2011, January 2012, you know? And eventually he just got fed up with it because it turned into people not just asking questions about things we may not have known. It's just like, hey, what do you think about this rando theory that I have? And he's like, I don't really care. You know? I mean, it's just Twitter. You sit in that stew long enough. Well, it was actually Reddit, but yeah. Oh, that I was on, but yeah, I know what you mean on Twitter. Yeah, people like that don't deserve the time of day, for real. And there was even somebody who commented on my video saying, oh, just because he worked on the games, that means he knows best. Yes, it does. What the hell are you on about? Of course that means he knows best. Like, what kind of fucking question is that? Of course he knows best. He was there. He wrote the shit. He created the shit. Yes, he knows better than you. What the hell? What a weird thing to say. Oh, just because Da Vinci worked on the Mona Lisa, does that mean he knows best about it? Yeah, exactly. I get those type of vibes off those people. It's like, I don't understand why people are so desperate to be right in situations like this. Like, just take a step back and understand that, like, you are not the arbiter of what's true and what isn't in Silent Hill. And somebody, what I loved in the video, somebody commented, like, the audacity of these people to go to him and act like they know better than him is, like, just astounding. And, like, that's one of the main reasons why the video is titled what it is. It's like, I wanted people to stop doing this shit. Right here. This guy said, the audacity... Okay, this guy's name is Exploding Autismo, but we're not going to talk about that. He said, the audacity of trying to correct the guy who worked on the game. We're not going to talk about his name, but... Yeah, right here. So because someone works on a game, that means they know best. And then, well, yeah, if they made the decisions of how it's supposed to be and why, of course it fucking does. He was one of the heads of the project. That's exactly what it means. Like, what a weird thing to say. Well, definitely more than someone who didn't work on the game would. And this guy makes a good point. Keiichiro Toyama, the director of Silent Hill 1, has the most claim to being the decider of what's canon because he kind of came up with the idea for Silent Hill. Yes, I know he was inspired by other horror. That's true. And then Exploding Autismo comes back and says, my guy, he literally came up with and worked around different concepts put into the game. I'd say, yeah, he pretty much knows best. But yeah. And let me just be perfectly honest, you guys. I'm just going to tell the truth. I fucking love playing games on Twitch. But I feel like here lately, I've not really been super hype to play any particular game. I actually enjoy these types of streams more here lately, where we're just talking, you know, podcast style. Or just chatting style. I actually kind of have enjoyed these more. And I understand that I... First and foremost, Twitch is about playing video games, and that's not going to stop, but I feel like I want to just not have to start up a game and just play it, because there's going to be less interaction by default when I'm trying to focus on playing a game, especially one I've never played before. I'm still going to do it, obviously, but, you know, that's just not really been what I've enjoyed the most here lately. I have to think that maybe some of these comments are sarcastic and self-aware. I would like to think that, but I've been in the Silent Hill community long enough to know that a lot of people just take themselves way too damn seriously, dude. They take themselves way too seriously. It's funny, too. These are the same people who would say that Bloober's Silent Hill 2 remake is going to be a faithful adaptation because they have the OG artist, but they turn around and criticize the original and say, well, the artist was wrong. Or Ito doesn't know what's in his own game. It's like, well, if he doesn't know what's in his own game, how is he a good pickup for the remake? He's a bad pickup if he doesn't understand these things. So what are you on about? You know? You can't have it both ways. Either he knows what he's talking about or he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, it's got to be one or the other here. IRL ASMR commentary streamers. This is a terrible mic for ASMR. But people have said that they would want to hear me do like a Mr. Nightmare style video where I talk about horror stories on Reddit. I'll give it a shot. Sure, why not? Yeah, I'll just make that its own playlist on the channel. I do have a Mr. Nightmare vibe. Well, I don't feel like I have the voice. His voice is so perfect for that. I don't know what mic or setup he uses. It sounds like an SM7B, but his voice is so perfect for that. Well, that comes from you guys, Future Mute. Like, you guys give me tons of great suggestions for stuff that you would like to see from me, so it's not all me, but I'm just so excited. Like, now that I have an Adobe Premiere subscription and I have a computer that I can edit on decent videos, like, I'm so excited to just make a ton of stuff, you know? His voice is deep. I can make my voice deep. Here we go. Let's do it. Or I'll add some bass. What's up, Siren Killer? Your channel is exploding after that video. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, dude. I'm really proud of it. You know, that was my first, you were my 70th sub. I appreciate that, man. And appreciate you coming over and hanging out with us tonight, man. That's awesome. Oh, trust me. There's a video in the works. I'm working on it right now. The next video is also going to be about a Silent Hill topic. I'll just say that. I've been airing kind of my grievances about Silent Hill for years and years on this channel, so it's very exciting to finally be able to talk about it in those styles of videos. And Mr. Nightmare does horror narration right compared to other YouTube horror channels. He doesn't try too hard to make himself sound scary, and he never over dramatizes the scary or tense moments. Yeah, like he doesn't try to do that cadence where it's like he's telling a fucking campfire horror story. He usually just reads the story, and he'll add sound effects and different things for emphasis, but he won't, you know, pretend like he's telling a campfire horror story. That's what I really love about his stuff. He lets the scariness of the situation speak for itself, and that's a great way to handle it. Appreciate that, Future. Oh, sorry, that was so quiet, but appreciate that, man. But yeah, that's awesome, Siren Killer. Trust me, there's more Silent Hill on the way, dude. I'm nowhere near done talking about it. And there's content for days with how much Konami has fucked up and done weird stuff over the years, so. I do have a drinking game. Every time he says my heart sank, yeah. Here, I'll replay that at proper volume for you. I swear, every time I don't use Streamlabs for like 2 days, I have to re-authenticate and re-log into all my shit. It's very weird. There we go. But yeah, it's no, it's really fun. I honestly, like, I'm just thinking, I was just the other day after, you know, I put the video out and things were going really well, I was like just feeling like a body high, not because of anything egotistical. I'm just like, I finally have like a sense of direction for what I want to do, you know what I mean? Because for the longest time, I've just kind of been like just going live for ludicrous amounts of hours and not really knowing what I'm doing. But having a clear sense of direction and knowing what I want to do next is so great to finally have that. So yeah. And tons of ideas in the works. Like, dude, I can execute on all these things. Like, spending a good solid day on a video is going to be so easy to do now that I have this motivation. But I think, you know, being successful at anything, you shouldn't have to have external motivation. You should be self-motivated enough to get it done no matter what. It's not about doing something when you're motivated. It's about having the discipline to do it even when you're not motivated. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're not feeling motivated, making it happen is still important. So we will definitely be doing that. It's my favorite series by far, but I haven't watched any of the videos about the upcoming games. Not sure it's even possible to recreate what was done before. It's going to be hard. To start with a game like Silent Hill 2 that has such a following and such like a dedicated fan base, it's going to be very, very hard for them to please the fans. Like, it's really, dude, it's going to be probably the hardest thing that Bloober has ever done by far. Just to even make a decent remake is going to be the hardest thing. And then for it to actually come out and be good and sell well, that's going to be a whole other conversation. Like, if the remake is well done, that's one thing, but is it going to succeed? Is it going to sell well? Are they going to want to make another remake? We don't know yet. Like, I just don't know if they can execute. There's a great video by Tango Mushi that does a critique on Silent Hill 3 and exploring horror through the lens of a female protagonist. You should do small deep dives on Silent Hill characters. You have such an understanding of the text. Yeah, that would be a great idea too. Like, just a quick 4 to 5 minute video about important characters in the games and like their motivations and where they come from. Yeah, that would be a great idea. But I mean, that's the thing, dude. Am I gonna stream the remake? Hell yeah. I don't care whether it's good or bad. It's gonna get streamed on day one. I will swim to another country if I have to get a PS5 to stream that shit on day one. Just because I'm so curious. I want to know if it's gonna do well. That's all I want to know. And even if it's shit, you know what? Sometimes it's fun to play bad games. Yeah, dude, I don't care where I gotta go. I'll borrow somebody's PS5 if I have to. It is going to get played on day one on this motherfucking stream. I know that for sure. Hey, welcome back, Dr. Red. A tragic comedy, yeah, dude. If it turns out to be awful, like that's what it's gonna be in my mind. It's just a tragic comedy. And you know what? My expectations are not high, they're very low. So they would have to do a lot to subvert my expectations. Sorry, I keep getting flashbanged by my fucking screen here. The pork and boatloads of peanut butter isn't mixing well. What, you're eating pork and peanut butter like on the same plate? Or you ate them separately? I was like, please tell me you're not doing that. No? Okay. Whew. I was like, Jesus, dude. Ate loads of peanut butter. Then pork. Okay, okay. I was like, good God, that's... I've heard of some...
Special.
Appreciate that. I've heard of some interesting food combinations, but that is, that's a new one. I actually need to move that notification over a little bit. Appreciate that, Siren. I saw you just followed, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I had to take the usernames out of the notification because people would do some dumb shit and they would put like racist words or, you know, tell me to read out a name that's like free a convicted criminal or something. It's like free convicted criminal's name 156, and they would want me to read that out so they could like clip it and ship it. So I had to disable that, but what monster do you take me for? I don't know, dude. You've told me you've eaten what you described as demon spaghetti before, so I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what you're up to, dude. You never know what Dr. Red might be eating. We don't talk about the demons. I like that you just know what I'm talking about when I say that. The fact that we just have a mutual understanding of what demon spaghetti is so hilarious to me. Well, inside story there. That sausage was S tier, but I ruined it. Yeah, you hate to see it. Sometimes certain foods just aren't meant to mix, dude. Mixing it in your spaghetti. Demon spaghetti, sulfur and lost souls in the sauce. I don't know what was in there. Basically, here's what happened, Siren, is we were playing Silent Hill 4. I had been live for like 19 hours at this point because I did a Silent Hill 1 through 4 all in one stream, which I do that occasionally. So if you're curious about ever seeing that, stick around. I'll be doing that soon. But we were in the middle of finishing the Silent Hill 4 playthrough. We're like halfway through, and Dr. Red's like, I'm just going to go make some spaghetti. And he comes back and he says that he made spaghetti with a ton of butter in it and what he described as demon sausage thing inside of it. And he said that it was disgusting, but he didn't want to waste it. I was like, dude, I don't envy that right now. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't envy that, dude. I should also talk about the pudding story. So here's the other thing, Siren. Dr. Red also, how long did that stream go? I think it was 19 hours total. 19 or 20 hours. Yeah, there's a video of it. I actually have a stream VOD upload channel, which I don't really talk about it on my main channel because it's not really the focus of it. But let me see how long ago that was. It was one of the last couple videos that Mag edited for me. Yeah, it was on October 31st, so 555. Yeah, it was about a 20-hour stream, all things considered. And see if I can find the demon sausage part. It would be hard to find. No, I can find it. It's in the Silent Hill 4 playthrough. I was actually playing the PS2 Classics version of this. Yeah, Dave, you were there for 2 of those marathons, dude. Let's see, where are these messages at? Yeah, Swix was in here that night. It's a YouTube channel. I made this so that I don't ever lose my my Twitch VODs. But it's just called Stampede G Streams. I have over 300 VODs on here with streams that go all the way back to December 2021. But this is not meant to like grow or anything. This is just so I don't lose VODs. I don't like to lose VODs or Twitch deletes them. But yeah, I stream a shit ton of hours, dude. Like it's actually pretty degenerate, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here's the pudding story. It's in here, dude. I know it is. We were talking about Street Fighter a lot here. sub there too. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support, Siren. You got the trifecta. You subbed on both YouTube channels and you followed me, man. Trust me, I'm in it for the long haul, dude. I'm ready to make a shit ton of videos. I already have quite a few of them started. Yeah, you guys were talking about anime for a while. Wow, dude. Yeah, I can actually see the bags under my eyes in this video. I was up for so fucking long. Poor Doc's mom. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here's where it happened. So here's what happened, dude. Here's what happened. So Dr. Red out of nowhere says, okay. He comes in and he says, should I ask mom to make the pudding? And I'm just sitting there confused. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? And it turns out that he actually meant he was going to go into his mom's room and wake her up at 4 in the morning and ask her to make pudding. I didn't think he was telling the truth, but he came back and he told me that he scared her and woke her up and told her to make pudding. Look at this. She was in a deep sleep, woke her up and said, it's pretty important. I need you to make pudding. She said tomorrow. I was like, what? No way is that real. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't actually wake her up. I've lost. Dude, that was just impossible for me to read and not die laughing. I've lost control of my life. My mom would beat my ass. Same. My mom would beat my ass. She'd say, "Get the hell out of my room. I'm not making your damn pudding." Someone is in a deep sleep. You fucking shake him. You say, "Please help," and they're like, "Oh God!" They're like wide awake now. They're genuinely scared. Tell them you need to get your ass in there, and you need to make my fucking pudding now. Oh God, I've been live so long, my 12-hour timer on my lights went off. My fucking... She was half asleep the next morning, wonder if it all really happened or if it was a dream, more like a nightmare. I'm glad this is archived for the internet forever, by the way. I'm just fucking dying. God, dude. She was in such a deep sleep, it took like 4 tries to wake her up. And did you just keep shaking her? He said, well, pudding's not getting made. I better shake even harder, dude. Your ass. Get in the kitchen now. I do not have time to fucking wait. The sleep deprivation. Oh man, and I was getting sleep. I was having sleep deprivation too. Like everything. I was already slap happy, and then this happening on top of it just sent me over the edge, dude. I laughed about this for hours after I shut the stream down that day too. It actually is though. All right, we got to keep going. Laughter or not, we don't have time to pause. We got to get to it. Oh, there's 3 of them. Is that? I thought there were only 2. I think I did this playthrough on hard as well, but yeah, that was a. Love SH4, but that's by far the strangest one. So many think are kind of off about that game, but somehow just makes it better. I love Silent Hill 4. Actually, every single time I play it, I end up enjoying it even more. If you make a Japanese PSN account, you can actually download the Japanese PS2 Classics version, which is what I was playing here. That's why it's 4x3. So you can actually play this on a PS3. You just have to make a Japanese account and download it. And when you download the game, you just change the language to English, so all the UI elements become English. So it's pretty simple to do. And I like being able to play it on a console. Oh wow, it only hit 1. Right, now we go. As hard as we can downward till Eileen gets here. Just gotta keep going. Told her it was important. Yeah, that's the part that also killed me. She's coming. Ever down. Dude, I was wrecked about this. The wheezing is so intense. Yeah, you can choose the blood color too. Oh my god, dude. It's just something, it's like something out of a fucking sitcom. Like you fucking wake somebody up as if there's this horrible thing going on. And putting it at 4 a.m. is gonna live rent. It is, dude. It's still so ridiculous. If there's one takeaway from this stream, I'm gonna remember that. And it's true, I have not forgotten it, dude. This shit was like 8 months ago. I still haven't forgotten. When are you gonna learn that I'm sponsored by ExpressVPN? Hell, I'd take that, dude. I would love to be able to insert some Mimi sponsors, but unfortunately, that's in the distance. She was having sleeping issues too, and she was in a deep sleep for friggin' pudding. It was important though, Dr. Red. I can totally see where you're coming from. All right, I'm gonna go back because we need to get the coins because we're about to go to the subway. Second time. Like it just kept, it's one of those things where you guys ever have something that's so funny that like you're trying not to laugh, but every time you think of the absurdity of it, you keep laughing? That's exactly where I was at that point. Cause like, dude, I had been up for like 26 hours or some shit. Cause I spent a few hours getting ready before the stream and like, it just hit me the wrong way. Like it didn't matter what was happening at that point. I was going to die laughing about it. Oh God, dude. Really thought she was going to do it was the worst part. No, you actually did that though? I thought you were joking this whole time. Oh God. Some new One Piece emotes. Get with Sick Boy about that because he has access to the 7 TV. But yeah, it's pretty absurd. I don't know. Sick Boy's here right now. And it's up to him. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey, get in 7 TV and make it happen, motherfucker. I'm not gonna do that. Love that chord. But yeah, Silent Hill 4, I gotta say, Siren Killer, every single time I play it, I enjoy it more. And my actual rank, oh God. My actual rank for the games right now is this. So that's how I feel. And everybody looks at that and they're like, oh my God, Silent Hill 2 third place, how can you do this? The only reason why is because Silent Hill 2 is not about what Silent Hill was originally about, which would be the cult. The Eileen escort mission, yeah, that's a big L. That is an L. I'm not gonna lie. But 3 has always been my favorite. Always. Never has it been a question to me that 3 was my absolute favorite. And that's the reason why Heather is my picture too. Sharded memories, more like. I mean, he did say shadard memories. But yeah, 3 has always been my favorite. I used to actually have a wall scroll, a big poster of Silent Hill 3, which if I go back through the VOD channel, I'm sure I could find it. It feels like us Silent Hill 3 fans are very few and far between, so it's awesome that you guys are on board with that. Let's go back here. So when I first started using the foam panels, because when I was using these, one of the last streams that I didn't have foam panels on the side, right here, you can actually see that I used to have a portrait that one of my friends made of my cats, and a Silent Hill 3 wall scroll as well. So this is what my scene used to look like. So I had the big Silent Hill 3 soundtrack album cover and then a portrait of my cats in the background. You're gonna get midway through, and just like in Friday the 13th, where the first person that dies comes back as Tommy Jarvis, or whoever has died, somebody's gonna come back as Sally with a shotgun, and they're gonna kill Leatherface. That's when I was talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. This was my best scene. I think it's a good scene. I like it. But yeah, just the foam panels changed the dynamic of everything. But yeah, I didn't mind this plain white background. I like the foam panels because it takes having to worry about the background out of it, you know? And I can change the colors to whatever I want, which is very helpful. Like if I want to make it more blue, I just do that. Now it's more blue. But it wasn't bad. I just mainly wanted to show the Silent Hill poster that I had for a while. Old school Markiplier vibes, yeah. Homecoming needs a remake. I actually have Homecoming and Downpour on 360. Let me hang on a second. Hopefully they're still in here. But we will be doing that very soon. I'm gonna just be doing a straight up story marathon where I'll even play the shitty games. So like 1 through 4 will be its own segment, and then after that we'll just get into the shit show. Can I permit you? Yeah, I'll permit you. But yeah, I've got these two. I have a copy of Downpour for 360 as well, but I do have these two. So eventually we'll be playing these. This actually runs super well on the original Xbox One. That's how I usually play it. My copy of Downpour's floating around somewhere. I just don't know where. Well, actually, if it's a YouTube video, Dr. Red, you should just be able to put it. But you are permitted regardless. Oh, it's a TikTok. Oh, no. After I lose a match in Xenoverse 2. Oh, no.
What's he doing? Is to go
Jesus Christ. What's the fucking what? This emote. The actual shriek. Dude, I can't fucking show that distorted Gordon Ramsay anymore. That shit got my video like blocked worldwide. Like, you got it fucking blocked everywhere, dude. It's actually pretty bad. Xbox Live Screech. That reminds me of the, what's that? Here. This is a very famous video. You guys remember these days of Xbox Live voice messages?
Hey, you're just mad because I'll be able to do something with my fucking guitar in hands that you'll never be able to achieve in your entire life, kid. So yeah, you're gay.
played so shitty too. Like that riff was played fucking horribly. That's the Enter Sandman riff. Yeah, that's the fucking Enter Sandman riff. It was played so horribly. Fucking terrible. Yeah, proceeds to do something that literally anybody can do on guitar after like a day of practicing. What a guy. Yeah, it was so shit you thought it was something else. It was played awfully. Like it was just played really bad. Dude sounded like 50 too. Yeah, Xbox Live had such low quality that it made everybody sound the same pretty much. Man, it's so quiet without the music. 4chan shit poster with access to a guitar. Only hilarity can ensue. Probably his 2006 $1 headset. Dude, everybody I knew used the pack-in headset. You guys remember those 360 pack-in headsets? Yeah, like everybody I knew used these fucking things. The one that just straight up came in the box with it. These things right here. Everybody used these. They were so shit too. Yeah, I had one too. Wait, what? Noth Gaming? Where did you find out about that? Or is it North Gaming? Also, unironically use Skype. Yeah, dude, Skype for Business was, or not Skype for Business, but Skype was something that my friends used to do. Like he streamed 4 days ago. I don't think it's North Gaming. Oh, Nothgar Gaming. Okay. Man, that sucks. What actually happened? Oh, I see he has a ventilator or the oxygen machine in his nose in his photo. Was he already having health issues? Don't know, but he entered the hospital a few hours ago. It's awful, man. Yeah, you never know. Like I said, his photos have that oxygen machine, I believe, in his nose already. They haven't released the cause. Yeah, I think they shut his Discord down for the time being. Doesn't seem like you can join it, understandably. That's awful, man. But like I said, you never know. Like, it's crazy to think over time, like Total Biscuit is one as well that I just always assumed that he'd be uploading videos, and then that happened. And there was also that Xbox channel, I forget what it was called. But Microsoft made like a commemorative controller for him. Minecraft, no, that was Technoblade. gonna be creepy in another 2 decades or so. How much content on the internet will be archives of dead people? I know, man. I mean, it's just the way it's just the way that it's just, you know, the way of life, but it is still a bit disturbing. Like, I look at my Steam friends list and I see people that haven't been online in like 15 years, and I wonder, like, is this person even still alive? And I see people on my Xbox Live friends list that haven't been online in 10 plus years. I'm like, is this person even still alive? Like, I don't know. Microsoft had a video about the Xbox One controller where they explained.
Oh yeah.
Talk about these.
I'm gonna have to get out.
Xbox Addict was the name. The YouTube channel Xbox Addict. Yeah, Xbox Addict, Chris Staniforth, killed by blood clot after marathon gaming session in England. Crazy. Xbox superfan, retired Marine and collector, Xbox Addict. I remember Total Biscuit playing Hearthstone and building a deck from every card with the same mechanic and talking so much shit. He hated that game. In the age of modern technology, mortality has no real frame of reference to the average viewer. True. To me, it's not really creepy, more like feelings of being impartial, but I've been surrounded by a lot of death. A good number of friends I grew up with have already passed. Yeah, like this guy that I went to high school with, shortly after high school, he got in like a straight up shootout with the police, and they ended up shooting him in the chest and he died. And I remember that was the first time where I was like, holy shit, I just talked to him. Like a handful of months ago, we just graduated high school together. And that was the first time where it actually hit me that you know, somebody I was actually close to died. And I have had a lot of people I went to high school with get in like tragic car accidents and shit too. But, you know, it's fucked up, but it's a natural part of life like anything else, you know? So I hate to get like super reflective and try to be insightful about it, but it's like, you know, you're not promised the next day. Like, and like Total Biscuit said, like he wished, like he knew that he fucked up and he should have gone to the hospital faster, because what the thing about Total Biscuit is, he went on a podcast and he said he noticed that there was blood in his stool. Like when he went to the bathroom, he noticed that there was blood. And anytime you see that, do not hesitate. Immediately go to the doctor to find out what it is. Well, he hesitated and he didn't go. You play Silent Hill for a living, you should be comfortable with sensitive subject matter. I am. Yeah, I am. That's why I usually don't put like content warnings or anything on my stuff. But yeah, yeah, he was like, I fucked up. He's like, I should have gone to the hospital as soon as I noticed it, but I just kept justifying, you know, reasoning to not go. Yeah, exactly, dude. If you find blood, if you're bleeding from somewhere that you shouldn't be bleeding from, go to the fucking doctor immediately. Don't worry about the cost. Don't worry about the money. Get your fucking ass to the doctor immediately. You know, if you're coughing up blood, especially if you have blood in your stool, if you're bleeding anywhere that shouldn't be bleeding, get your ass to a doctor immediately. Because that's a sign of something severe going on in your body. Yeah, don't sleep it off. Don't justify it. Like, I remember he said he justified it by saying, oh, I must have just eaten a really rare steak or something. And it's like, no. Go to the fucking hospital. I've been around death too. Might have something to do with our taste in art. Probably, you know, that's, no pun intended. Siren Killer, I have to say, that's one thing that I've learned about Twitch and the YouTube community. Like, the people that join this channel or the people that we have these meaningful conversations with, we're all like cut from the same cloth. We have similar histories with Silent Hill. We have similar childhoods, you know, similar connections to these games, and we're all extremely like-minded. And I, in a way, prefer this type of community to what the Silent Hill subreddit is, because the subreddit seems to be full of people that just want to like make memes, and that stuff is fun and all, but I don't feel like there's a lot of meaningful conversation going on over there. I feel like it's mostly just memes and people like, you know, arguing with each other. So that's what I found like really meaningful about building a community here on Twitch. It might be small, but to me it's huge. I had ulcers 7 years ago. I lost so many pints of blood that was coming out everywhere, top and bottom. I was rushed to the ICU and had to be in the hospital for a week. That's fucking crazy, man. I'm glad you're better now. I mean, I hope that you're not dealing with that anymore. Yeah, I like Reddit if I need advice on something. Like for audio gear, when I was first starting out with streaming, it was useful for me to just be able to look up a Reddit article and be able to like get good information. But I never really enjoyed using Reddit for what its intended purpose is, which is like just, it's basically like a replacement for forums. I never really was a fan of using it that way. But you know, I loved like reading about audio equipment and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like 5-year-old posts with really useful info. It was a literal horror show. Blood wasn't bleeding. It was gushing out at both ends of my body. That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, that must have been, I mean, that had to have been traumatic of an experience, but I'm glad you were able to get that sorted out, because I guarantee a lot of other people in that situation would not have recovered from that. I like Reddit for one thing. Is it suitable for work? Answer the question. Is it suitable for work? Shame on you. He said, you know what? Shame, dude. Next. Oh, okay. If you were on a polygraph or a lie detector test, it would be over for you right now, dude. I'd say, hello, police. Yeah, we got a pervert. We've got a pervert on the loose. Sorry, I needed an excuse to use that voice. I haven't got to use that in a while. That's a joke, by the way, Twitch. I'm not actually calling the police. Gotta blow my nose really quick. But no, like, people always want to talk about numbers. People always want to talk about numbers in content creation. They always want to compare numbers and talk about how big certain communities are compared to others and all this other shit. But the reality is, even if you look at my numbers and they appear small to you, like, just the fact that we're sitting here having this conversation still blows my mind. Like, I started streaming really crazy hours about 4-ish years ago now. Late 2019 is when I started, so we're coming up on 4 years. And I used to stream a lot in 2012 and 2013, but I deleted all those clips because they were embarrassing as fuck, and I was obviously faking it for content. But now, like, I don't take it for granted, dude. Like, I think it's really cool that we can have these types of conversations live, you know? Because the reality about Twitch, and it is a sad reality, is that most people stream to 0 viewers and 0 chatters all the time. It should be about quality, not quantity. You've cultivated such a solid community. You deserve all the exposure you've gotten. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. Let me go ahead and refresh my chat, but they should be working immediately. But no, that means a lot, dude. Like, I'm really proud of the community we have. It, like I said, it might be relatively small if you want to compare it to other streamers, but it doesn't matter to me. The number doesn't matter. The people matter. Even silver plaque YouTube streamers don't really make that much. Yeah. Like 100,000 subs is like just enough to get your foot in the door these days when it comes to like making a living off of YouTube. You basically have to hit 100,000 to even be able to consider like leaving your current career path to do YouTube full time. And just because one video did well, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna make YouTube my full-time career. Hey, what's up, Faye? Faye, were you here when we were talking about the video? I'm sure you've seen it. I don't need to reiterate on that, but yeah, just because one video did well doesn't mean that I'm going to be doing it full-time anytime soon. It just means that, hey, we have some momentum and something positive is happening. So I'm willing to put in as much time as I need to make things just fun and really welcoming of a community over there on YouTube. I never thought that I would even have the chance to do something like that, so I'm really proud of it. You have to make 3 videos a week, and they all have to be the same with me going in the thumbnail and like a gigantic red arrow pointing toward my mouth. No, you know what I should do, Siren Killer? My next video, I am now going to share my political views with you. And I have like my hands on my head, and it's like, you know, a shocked thing, and it's like, Republicans and Democrats did what? Like question marks and shit. God, that would just be such a channel. That would literally be the definition of me pointing a gun at my channel and just killing it dead right there on the spot. I've seen so many YouTube channels that at one time had millions of views per video just reduced to just 10K. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, you have to stay consistent, get working. I expect clickbait said, I have a meeting. Siren Killer said, bro, I got a meeting. Better get to it, bitch. I don't have a watch. I don't know what I'm tapping on. Yeah, talking about crypto. Hit them with the, I don't want to hear in like 5 years that you guys didn't get on the wave for stamp coin. It's here and it is now. So get in, and then I just turn it into like a pump and dump scheme. There's so many strategies you can go about on YouTube, dude. It is over. You have 188K stamp coin. Yeah, dude. A lot of you guys are popping off with your stamp coin. You got a ton. This is, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but buy stamp coin now. If you don't buy it now, your bank account will cease to exist, dude. And that's just right out. That's what they all do. This is not financial advice, but do this, do that. Otherwise you're dumb and you're just a shid. That's what they do. You're literally a shid and a fart if you don't do exactly what I tell you. See, the ultimate meta play future is to purposefully do a controversy just to get featured on CoffeeZilla's YouTube channel and grow even further. That's the real play. What could possibly go wrong with a little bit of negative publicity? I mean, it's still publicity, dude. Solid move. That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta think YouTube. You gotta breathe and think and feel YouTube, dude. You never know what could happen over there. I've made money off crypto, but I'm done with it now. Got lucky not pushing it. That's a smart ass play, dude. Because so many people, it's like the gambling mentality. You get lucky once and you're like, well, I could get lucky again, and then you end up losing it all. Just quit while you're ahead. That is such a smart play. Cash out, quit while you're ahead, and just get out, you know? And you've won at that point. Like, it didn't sucker you back in, and you just beat it. You beat the system. Dr. Red likes One Piece, in case you guys didn't know. Dr. Red is as passionate about One Piece as I am about Silent Hill. Almost. Maybe someday. By the way, speaking of your name, Siren Killer, I really want to make a video, an in-depth video about Siren, but I have to actually sit down and play those games. I have Siren 1, but Siren 2 is a lot harder to get a hold of. Because I don't think it's on PSN at all. I don't think you can just download it and play it. I would have to actually get a copy and play it on PS2. Forbidden Siren 2. Let me look that up on eBay and see how expensive that is. Because that was Keiichiro Toyama's next project after Silent Hill 1, so I think that would be fun. Hey, appreciate you hanging out as always, Future Mute. Have a great rest of the day, sir. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you around here very shortly. So appreciate you hanging out and conversating with us as always. Forbidden Siren 2. Say hello to past. Some parts of Siren are pretty freaky. Yeah, dude. Like, Forbidden Siren 2 is very expensive. It is a UK exclusive release. It's $110 for this. Siren 2 sealed is $199 on eBay. Of course, I don't need it sealed, but still. Was there even an American version of this? Oh yeah, they're definitely more disturbing. It's a very difficult game too. Like, I tried to play it once and it's really fucking hard. Siren new translation. What the fuck? The hell is this? This is a Japanese game for PS3. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Siren 2 is really hard to get a hold of. I would basically just have to watch videos of it to learn about it. And especially because I think it was never properly translated. I think it's all Japanese. Or, not translated, but dubbed. Your name has a double meaning. Yeah, Forbidden Siren 2. It was developed in Japan. Yeah. Not released in North America. So that sucks. Reference to another game. Siren Killer. Wait. Don't say it. Is it Dead by Daylight? No. What about... It's Roblox. Yep, 100% guaranteed it's Roblox. Give me a clue. Guaranteed it's Roblox, dude. Guns in space. Dead Space. Lots of guns. B. Lots of guns in space and it starts with a B, is that what you're saying? Okay. This is a puzzle. I have to figure this out, dude. Lots of guns in space and it starts with a B. Battletoads. Fucking Battletoads, dude. Why am I having such a hard time thinking of this? I beat that game when I was 4. Bowman Sky. Yeah, it's Bowman Sky, dude. I'm trying to think. Like, it can't be Alien. Bass Effect. Yes. It was all about the fish in the end. Okay, is this a third-person shooter or like a AAA game? Or is it a more indie game? AAA. Okay. Didn't I play a space game recently with a B? Did I? I mean, I played System Shock last night. Or the last stream I played System Shock. What's up, by the way, Jordan? It's Amagus. Okay. Damn, why is this like escaping me? BioShock is not in space. That's underwater. That's underwater, dude. I think that's the opposite of space. Space was faked underwater. Nothing is up there. True. And these shids that are trying to tell us that there is anything, they're just full of lies. How dare these shids try this? Damn, dude, I'm like... Is it breathage? I've heard of that game. I know that's like a survival game in space. You just woke up? You sound like me, dude. I always sleep after work and wake up at like 9-10 p.m. every day. Yeah, another clue if breathage is not right. Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate the prime and the fucking 15 months. Damn. Bandits, Battle Morph, Berserker. Like, Dr. Red, you just copy pasted a Google search, dude. That's what you did. Did not? Okay. You prove it. Prove it, bucko. It's on you to prove it. I would never, gamers. It says who? Procedurally generated guns. Oh, Borderlands? That sounds like Borderlands. Procedurally generated guns. Got it? Oh, okay. Yeah. As soon as you said procedurally generated, I was like, gotta be Borderlands. That makes perfect sense. Is it one of the expansions that takes place in space? Okay, so if I search Borderlands, the first autofill is Siren. Oh, that makes perfect sense, because yeah, I played as the Siren in Borderlands 1 as well. Yeah. Lilith, it's all in space? Oh, okay. Ah, makes perfect sense. Yeah, another planet. Yeah. Very true, dude. Very true. I'm gonna punch my keyboard 5 times. I'll post what was typed. So what all did you type? So you said bandits, battle morph, berserker raids. So Dr. Red, you were wrong about all of them, dude. That's the sad part about all this. You hate to see it. Oh, dude, do not click that link. Do not. I'm telling you, do not click that link that he just posted. You will be hacked. You click the link that Dr. Red just posted, and this is exactly what you're gonna hear. Right here.
Critical alert from...
As soon as you click Dr. Red's link, this is what you hear.
Critical alert from Microsoft. Your computer has alerted us that it is infected with a virus and spyware. This virus is sending your credit card details, Facebook login, and personal emails to hackers remotely. Please call us immediately at the toll-free number listed, so that our support engineers can walk you through the removal process over the phone.
Wow, because Microsoft, a multi-billion-dollar company, would definitely put that fucking message together. That's definitely something that would happen. Super Mario. That's not a waffle. Oh, guys, you guys remember the blue waffle trolling? You would literally just use every trick in the book to get somebody to Google blue waffle. Back when shock humor was like the funniest thing ever invented on the internet. And then we all turned like 15 and realized that it was dumb as hell. You were on a call with a Microsoft engineer today, totally sounded like that. Yeah. As soon as they answered, critical alert from Microsoft. Your computer has been affected by hackers and spyware. I would consider BioShock survival horror, like especially BioShock 1. BioShock Infinite less so, but 1 definitely feels more like a horror game, you know? I loved BioShock 1. I recently played that for the first time on stream. God, it was so good. I got you, Medicine Man. I got you. I got you. This shit was so cash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you mistyped the M. You fumbled the M, Dr. Red. You fumbled it. Yeah, BioShock 1 is an excellent game. Like, just all around. I can see why it won Game of the Year that year. Oh, yes. Tears of. Let's go. Guys, I'm gonna go grab some, well, I was gonna go grab some rice and chicken. I hate eating on stream, but like I'm absolutely starving right now. You guys want to watch a funny video while I eat really quick or no? I realize that's like very low-hanging fruit content, but the aesthetics in BioShock are just unmatched. Infinite didn't even come close. Mukbang? Oh god. No, I don't do that. The people that like get up to the mic and they fucking... Fuck that. Fuck that, dude. I will quietly eat some chicken and rice. Okay, okay, Dr. Red is blowing up the chat. Holy shit. Let's watch Crowbcat. Look, guys, it's not Crowbcat, it's Crowbcat. That gave you tingles? Really? No fucking way, dude. You're epically trolling me right now. Don't season it. That's what real G's do. I already prepped it. I meal prepped that bitch. It's ready to go. I just have to pop it in the microwave and nuke it. Let's watch the Mass Effect Andromeda video. This is an all-time classic.
How far will we go?
All right, guys. I'm gonna go grab the chicken and the rice. I'll be right back because, like I said, I'm fucking starving. So enjoy the video. I'll be back to watch it with you here in just a couple minutes.
Is a huge part of our history and the lives of many of our fans.
Grabbing the chicken, literally by the titties.
But this is a whole new adventure.
Because it's chicken breast I'm eating.
You love about
Get
Mass
it?
Effect. Amazing stories and gameplay, and now we're letting our imaginations run wild. How far will we go? That question is also at the heart of the development of Mass Effect Andromeda. And for the first time, it's all powered by Frostbite, which means you're going to see, hear, and feel Mass Effect like never before. That's our promise to you.
Simulating the ocean is hard. Simulating a face is harder.
Super fast graphics computers, new creative software, and high-resolution pictures are rapidly taking us to the point where audiences can't tell if it's real.
This is going to feel like, in many ways, Mass Effect 1 again. Like, you'll be able to experience things for the first time again. And that was our goal, because we didn't want to just retread ground and make it feel like this was Mass Effect 4.
What happened?
You were clinically dead for 22 seconds.
Oh my fucking god, what is wrong with your face?
This is next generation. This is what it looks like. Like, some of the textures and characters look better in 3.
It's really going to be something, isn't it? I haven't even shown you the best part.
Fuck it, don't tell her anything. Kill it.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
And they just look a little bit off. I wrote in my preview, I think they kind of look like Sims 3 era Sims. They sort of just, something about their eyes is a little bit off. Their eyelashes are incredibly thick and just obviously like stuck to their face.
Be aware, that's all.
Don't worry, I majored in glad handing during Pathfinder training.
Don't like being sat on, huh?
ER is Ellen Ryder. He put her here. Scott, it's Mom.
I don't... How... Wow, how is this possible?
I suppose you're right.
Incoming call. Patching it through. Sam! Now!
Simulating a face is harder. However, at some point, it gets sufficiently real, it falls off a cliff, and it gets creepy. At some point, it gets creepy.
You start this, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah? You and what army?
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
Focus defenses here and here. The cat have been quiet for too long. See? No reason we can't be civilized.
One thing that I do have to mention that could totally change on release is that it was very, very, very buggy.
Sarah Ryder, let's get you checked out. Look here.
Think carefully about your next move, Pathfinder.
We have to disarm them.
My experience, this game is just kind of like, guess what, this thing happened, now you have to deal with it, and the character doesn't seem to like even like care.
Ah! Shit!
Liam! Hold me!
Sorry, my mic was... There's something stupid with this mixer. It was muted. But yeah. Look how clean. That is a bowl of white basmati rice with just some shredded chicken breast. That is it, dude. Clean, clean food. And I notice like eating clean food is so different because like if you eat McDonald's or Taco Bell late at night, dude, you get like heartburn, you start shitting liquid. But if you eat this, like no such thing.
Shit!
Liam! Hold me!
Yeah, I'm working on it really well, Siren. It's going awesome so far.
Oogie! You have timing! The local smuggling union got together and decided to take me down?
Something like that.
Shit.
Move in.
Same, me casually saying shitting liquid. It's what Taco Bell does, dude. Who was saying about Mass Effect? A big part of why the faces looked off is because they were trying to implement an AI-controlled generation method. Yeah, for sure. Like it was the same Frostbite engine that was on like Battlefield 4 or whatever, or Battlefield 1 that was trying to run this game.
What?
I forget if it's in this video, but another guy who worked for IGN said some of the character models and other things looked better in Mass Effect 3. And he's not wrong. Like looking at this, a lot of the shit looked better in 3. That was an RE4R zip.
They were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Let's be frank.
Shit, I should have made some
There are too many
broccoli too.
inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket.
You'll still have each other, but we want you.
I love you, Mom.
Look how sad they are. Look how sad they are. Their mom is dying, by the way.
Both of you. Live your lives. Do great things. I see so much potential in you.
Completely dead stare.
You're someone to me. I'm starting to think that kiss was more than just a distraction.
Oh my fucking lord, guys.
One thing has been bothering
Seriously.
me a lot. If the characters have dead eyes,
Yes.
how does...
They're almost too alive. That's the problem.
They flutter every once in a while.
It makes, like, romancing must be so awkward.
Nothing's ruined. It would
It's like, get a room, you guys.
take a lot to ruin this.
Really?
Because I love you too.
I think
That's
I know how
special.
to make all this up to you.
Please, no more food.
I think you're cute and I like seeing you up here.
Oh my goodness, writer!
Also, the accent. The accent is, I mean, it's not the only thing, but, okay, I should just go over there to the piloting thing.
Kill me now.
That's exactly the sound that they wanted to play right there anyway. Interdimensional merge, yeah. Forbidden love.
The second dome requires a passcode, Pathfinder. The second dome requires a passcode, Pathfinder.
I promise to lead the Pathfinder.
What I noticed about scenes like this is all the characters look like they just placed them there. Like, it's not quite a T-pose, but it's just as lazy. They're just standing ramrod straight and just talking. Like, there's just no effort put into these scenes whatsoever.
I as Volt.
Your contact's codename is Shayna.
Shayna. Got it.
Hi and good day. Having forward head posture is a major epidemic. It's a very serious condition that leads to many degenerative problems, many health conditions. Not only as children who spend so much time looking down, texting on their computer, but us as adults as well.
How do you feel? Like I've been dead 600 years?
Look how shit this looks. Look at this. It's so awful. Yeah, I just did a posture check myself.
Unlike you in the Pathfinder, I do not require any content. I have yours. You've made this much more difficult, Pathfinder, but not for me.
My father lowered himself to join your clan because he admired your grandfather. He was laughed at, called not worth killing. But now I've bested you, Morda, and Clan Knackmore will pay with blood.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You put the colony at risk.
You hear all this punching, all these punching sounds, and you're just seeing little swipes. Like, what was all that shit at the beginning?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You put the colony at risk over a grudge you carried across dark space. You really aren't worth killing, Drogo.
One more time, let's go.
Get out.
Lowered himself to join your clan because he admired your grandfather. He was laughed at, called not worth killing. But now I've bested you, Morda, and Clan Knackmore.
It probably is, Mel.
Blood.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You put the colony at risk over a grudge you carried across dark space. You really aren't worth killing, Drogo Strux.
Oh no.
Get out. Take your goons with you. Now where's the drive core? Hand it over.
Hey there.
Hey yourself.
Question for you.
Shoot.
When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Where the heck's that coming from?
At some point soon, we...
Because they had money from EA, and they had to shit out a Mass Effect game. So they shot this out. Plain and simple.
better get busy making babies.
Hey, you okay?
Can I just do today over again?
When do our families get out of stasis?
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. So just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
No.
Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
This is so bad.
Move! Go!
Here they come!
They got balls to try an airdrop.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close.
Seizure.
Guys, help me!
I think this has mostly been fixed. I think most of this stuff has been patched. But yeah, I would love to play it as a meme-ass game. There's 2 meme playthroughs. One of them, Evil Within Akumu mode, because it's going to be nothing but suffering. And then this game would be funny meme games to play. That's probably true, Melon. With how shit the lines are.
My scanner would literally become a remnant mystery detector.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah, don't tell Lexi.
The male looks really generic and strange, so you say, okay, I'll make my own character. You are given the strangest looking presets to work from.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Writer.
Pulling rank already.
By the way,
Better hope I never tell anyone about that.
this thing that he's explaining here, these presets, someone who worked on the team for this game deliberately wanted to make the female models as ugly as possible because they were trying to subvert people's expectations that video game females have to be like these beautiful characters. And so to own the haters, they decided to make all the women ugly as fuck in this game. Actually true, look it up.
The male looks really generic and strange, so you say, okay, I'll make my own character. You are given the strangest looking presets to work from.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Writer.
Pulling rank already. Better hope I never tell anyone about that year you only ate paste. Was it first grade or second?
Are you mad, Writer?
It's such amateurish writing too.
So, Ryder, big news. I think I found my purpose in life.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Thrashing you at poker?
To tell the truth, I'm not much of a player.
Yeah, me neither.
Player.
Look how far above the ball his foot is. What the fuck? It's so lazy.
Yeah, me neither.
Right before it cuts away, the Asari like rolls her eyes in this super comedic fashion, and I don't know if it's like a glitch of like the eye tracking or not.
Come on, think. I need something.
I could literally write better.
Who are you talking to?
And I'm shit.
Shit. You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. Back up, literally. Whoa, easy.
Using a word like literally, you can just tell that a Twitter user wrote this game.
Oh, crap.
The backwards pistol.
We tried to take down this place for months, and you made it look so easy. Destroying their command structure and systems leaves the rest of the Kett vulnerable. Remember Jarnik? The shield around it's come down.
The Frozen City?
That's the one. This is...
Good. This decision, the policy and protocol, that's not what your victory was about. There's more to life than this.
Nightmare fuel.
Hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Oh my god.
Save it.
That's either the most flamboyant guy in the world, or something is really wrong here. What the hell?
Hold it.
Those hips do not lie.
Hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember?
Welcome to the Nexus.
We're all feeling the pressure. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead.
The more I played it, it doesn't even feel like a BioWare game. It's weird. I like the combat, but I don't like the characters, at least in those first 2 hours, and I don't like the writing.
Yeah, her face is like, yep, he's dead as shit.
You are all the same.
Not so fast.
You're late.
I've got a good reason. You'll see in 3,
Don't just stand there!
2.
Kill them!
This is your way out of here.
Play this smart. I know it hurts, but you have to call out where to interface. Get me targets. Everyone get that? We're shutting the Archon down.
Brazilian or not.
Heard the attack on Resilience was bad, but damn.
That's just not military. They weren't prepared for ambush.
Yes, I remember that. He came in here and said specifically that he would not date a girl unless she had daddy issues. That's a prerequisite for him to date a girl, so she has to have daddy issues. I'm like, okay, first of all, logic. Logic, reasoning, sensible thinking. I've dated one. I agree with you. Double-edged sword is what I would describe it as.
Losing another Pathfinder is bad enough, even with the Krogan safe. Sorry, rambling.
Settle down.
All right. I got us here. Good luck, Pathfinder.
Like overall, Mass Effect Andromeda feels very different to the other Mass Effect games, I think, and I, like, full disclosure, am scared of saying negative things about it because I know how passionate people are about this, but it feels a little more bro-y than I think previous games did, and then it feels a little more like a cover-based bro shooter than it does like what I know of Mass Effect.
Lean more towards like Gears of War?
And to be fair, I mean, it's the series
What's up,
has
Kendo?
been going.
We're shitting on Mass Effect Andromeda right now. Yeah, Discord is a better place for those types of conversations. Siren Killer, I don't know if you use Discord, but I do have a chat rule to keep like very sensitive topics out of the chat. But if you want to discuss that type of thing, what is broy? I assume she means like mainstream, like bro shooters or whatever. Like she was saying, Gears of War, you know, like college bros would be playing it. I think that's what they were trying to go for here.
That way.
And then it feels a little more like a cover-based bro shooter than it does like what I know of Mass
Lean
Effect.
more towards like Gears of War?
And to be fair, I mean, it's the series has been going that way.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this, see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
No way this is home.
That's why I'm here, exploring the unknown.
Who are these guys?
Visitors just like us.
Oh, get her on the shuttle now!
Nice work, kid.
I'm only human, after all. I'm only human, after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me.
Meridian is mine.
He has access!
No more mercy.
Hey there, this is Niall, and I'm doing another Blender tutorial. This is how to animate in Blender.
I love the waddle here. Look at the waddling. Right here. And the roar. The roar is the best part.
I'm only human, after all. I'm only human, after all. Don't put the blame on me.
So what this is this is a big collection of all the studios that EA has ruined by buying them and then shitting them into the ground. They've done this to all these studios, and now you can add BioWare to the list.
Wave of arcs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Oh yeah, his editing is awesome. Dude, that food was so fucking good. Holy shit. Eating clean food is so different. Like, you never have like stomach issues with it. You never get like heartburn. That's like basically zero fat food that I just ate. It just feels really good. Nothing like it, dude. Like my favorite thing, yeah, rice is the best carb for sure. One of my favorite things that Crowbcat has ever edited is this. He made the original Dead Rising look so fucking fun in this compilation here that he made.
You suspect a terrifying
This is one of my favorite things he's ever made.
It's faster, it looks amazing, we have more zombies, more ways to kill them, more combo vehicles, a whole new mystery to solve. We brought back our favorite character, Frank, and we still maintain what was really core to Dead Rising. I think fans are gonna love it.
Right here. This is one of my favorite things that Crowbcat has ever made. Let's have a reminder at what is core to Dead Rising. I love the way he edited this together.
Something is horribly wrong in the small town of Willamette. The mall has become the breeding ground of unspeakable mayhem. As veteran photojournalist Frank West, you suspect a terrifying conspiracy of epic proportions. You have 72 hours to uncover the story of a lifetime.
I mean, already I want to play this.
Is to grab whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games ever. Siren.
Alright, listen. Don't forget to come back for me.
As long as you're not dead, Fred.
It's Frank. Frank West. Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
The time element was so unique at the time, too.
Why, you dirty little skank? What? Did you just say zombies? Take a look out there.
This is so beautifully edited, dude.
Zombies? What would you call
The serve bots, yeah. So yeah, a big deal that they made about Dead Rising 4 was, oh, there's no more time limit because we noticed players hated the time limit. So the point he's making here is even the very first game lets you completely ignore the time limit if you wanted by doing this right here. You fail the main mission, the story is over, and you just hit return to game and keep playing. Yeah, there you go. We all did it. Don't just admit it. That whole sequence is just beautifully edited. It makes me want to play the game every time I see it. Every time.
Games have to evolve. Right. You can't just keep serving up the same burger year after year after year. You have to put new things out for people. And I think that's what we've done with Dead Rising. We've focused on the stuff that people love. We've added some new stuff, and we've improved some stuff.
What a great video. That is a masterpiece of a video. Kind of looks like Ashley to me. Yeah, Jesse is the one. It's tough to decide between Jesse and Isabella in this game. But let's just say Capcom knew what they were doing with the women characters in this game. Dr. Red is an Isabella fan, I believe. But, you know, it's tough to choose, honestly. They're both great. Isabella 100%. Isabella with the Barrett 50 cal is awesome. Yeah, we gotta play Dead Rising again soon. By the way, one of the videos I want to make is about why it's such a masterpiece. Hey, I never said I was gonna make the decision for you, Dr. Red. I'm just putting it out there into the ether, okay? I'm just putting it out there. All right, well, guys, I have to be at work super early in the morning. But seriously, thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it, Siren, as well, for coming in and you know, the kind words that you said about my YouTube stuff. More YouTube videos are coming out very soon. Please go hang out with Catlink. She is a speedrunner I've watched for a long time. And she is practicing Resident Evil 7 Madhouse. So enjoy. Oh. Her stuff. She's a very great streamer. And actually, she motivated me to do a lot of the stuff with my setup, like the mic and everything else. Either way, she, like I said, go tell her I said hi and enjoy that stream, because RE7 Madhouse is a great speed run and the practice is awesome to watch. I'm sorry, Kendo. I gotta work super early, my man. Yeah, 4 videos a week, clickbaity as fuck. You got it. Let's go. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.